up, peoples?
What music you hear?
Son, I'm happy right now. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Let him be happy, please.
Damn.
This nigga had the old song in his head. He like,
I did actually.
Smile, bitch. Smile, bitch.
Come on.
Nah, that song.
No, actually, I was like, in my head, I was like, before I let go.
You keep working, nigga.
You seem like you got excited for it, too.
Hey.
That's the song that in the college party.
Call it Discuss Boner.
Energize back.
Welcome back.
You disgust me.
You gotta look at yourself like, ugh, I don't know what to think now. But it's the Unfamous Podcast, guys. It's your boy Sean, Mr. NJ Brick City.
It's John from Up the Sky.
Just Kia.
Joe. First 48. Your boy Kenny Hardaway, aka Hen Slimmers. Oh shit! See what I did?
And so the shenanigans.
Joel Hindi, bro.
And Shamrock.
Vince McCann. Oh, Hinman. Oh, I can't think of it. I'm sorry.
Warrior.
I'll redeem myself later.
Tacho Man.
Tacho Man, Randy Savage. Okay. What's up?
Randy Savage.
You should write jingles
Mr.
or something. You should write jingles or come up with campaign slogans.
He really good at it.
People could pay you for that, dog. I'm just saying, you got a talent.
I hear you.
Yo, where's the
What?
stream?
It should be on YouTube.
As soon as you go
Like
to
right
subscription, it should be there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Let me see.
It says my last one said 6 days ago.
Damn, G.
Then you go to subscription, like it pops up immediately.
Yeah. Let me see. Like, yeah, it's up right now. It's live.
Difficult.
Nah, I guess. Oz just joined us and all that good stuff.
Osmondo.
Yeah, Osmondo El Bondo.
I'm Winston tonight.
Oh, okay. Like from Stella?
British alias.
Oh, no, not Stella. Okay.
I've got one too. Show you.
I got you now.
See, why y'all chose like the worst British accents and shit? Like the ones that are just so.
So like he eat
Cocky
but
one.
fish and chips.
Oi. Like, oi.
Record that instead of keep skipping.
But, yeah, man, how's everybody's week? Yeah, I'm like, this nigga the only one with like noise and
Yeah,
shit.
because it's gonna be like, it's gonna.
Fuck all that. How's your week, man? It's good to have you back, man.
Oh, thank you, man. It's good to be back. Oh, I'll be good. Work, fucking, been chilling, working on some new things in life.
That's what's up.
Trying to grow and progress as a black man in America. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
And, you know, trying to just less hoes.
I thought you was gonna get it. Oh, never mind. Hoes and girlfriend, not the same thing. Sorry.
That's why I said less hoes.
Yeah, I just got it. That's all right.
Trying to be the best me I can be.
It's like a hood math equation. That's whole.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
You gotta wing yourself.
We got more
off
money,
hoes.
more problems, less hoes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
You
saying.
gotta wing yourself. You can't just be like, oh, cold turkey.
You can't go cold turkey off the hose.
Nobody can go cold turkey out
You
the
can go to
hood.
whole rehab, man. You gonna wear Tiger Woods winning shit.
Oh.
No, he had that cocaine problem. He had the white hose.
Yeah, that cocaine
Okay,
problem.
Fanny
He's out here poking
problems.
them.
He had a lot going on.
Can't just go a black woman like that. They'll slash your damn tires.
I was about to say ew, but never mind.
I thought like you can't get, you can't give them up because
I really thought that was gonna be
something
that's gonna be something better. We'll leave that alone. I did consider doing that one time. I didn't do it though. I considered it. Strongly considered it.
Wow.
I didn't do it.
You wild.
And I could have got away with it. I know I could have.
See.
The key
But
is
I
to only
didn't do it.
slash 3 tires. Cause
Oh no, I was
you
gonna
do all
fuck the
4.
entire
No, you
truck
do all
up.
4.
Oh yeah, no,
insurance
I
pay
know.
for it.
Yeah, I was gonna fuck the entire truck up.
So
Then I
you
realized
gotta
that's not
slash
who I
3
am.
tires. You gotta pay for all 3 of them.
I didn't want
I
to
hope
be
she
the
got
bad black
medical
woman.
insurance.
Damn, bro.
I ain't saying me. I'm just saying like in general.
Cause niggas is out here beating hoes up these days.
Exactly.
They really
These
do.
niggas not giving fucks,
These
man.
niggas don't care at all.
Kids and all get it. Huh?
Like, you rolled down my window? Like, yo, son, it's not even that serious. Like, niggas do not care. There is no line.
She breathed oxygen. I'm gonna beat her ass. I'm like, what?
God damn, dog.
Her hair grew yesterday. I'm gonna fuck her up. Like, niggas are not caring these days.
All right, so my week. Moving forward.
How was your day, program?
Pretty. Yeah, so my whole week has been really fun. I've done a lot. I went to Atlanta this weekend.
For the ballet thing?
Yes.
How was it?
It was absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen an Alvin Ailey show live, you definitely need to go see it.
They be twerking?
No, they don't be twerking. But I really love his style of ballet because I feel like oftentimes in ballet you see a lot of slim people. Usually they say that they're looking for dancers that aren't quote unquote muscular because it makes the lines look better. All kinds of things to really block out minorities and black people because we build muscle faster, right? So one thing Alvin Ailey has been really good at when he choreographs stuff, he incorporates those lines or those kinds of builds into his lines and into his movements, so it looks very natural and normal for black people. Really love that. He dope, man. He dope out here. R.I.P. So that was really fun. The weekend in general. Yeah, he died a while ago. Yeah, but
I've never heard of him. Like,
yeah, he's really dope. His ballet company is out of New York, I believe. Yeah, New York.
Oh.
This was like their 60th anniversary that they were celebrating. So yeah.
See, I learned something from Black History. The last day of Black History Month, I learned something.
Out here, for my people. So
Was
yeah,
he
so
black?
that was fun. Yes. No, he was black. He was black. He was black.
Let me make sure before. Shout him out.
So yeah, he's cool. I think Nina Simone danced with him at one point. What's Felicia Rashad's sister name?
Debbie Allen.
Debbie Allen. No, I don't think.
What?
She got a sister that does porn.
Okay, well, I don't think it's that one. I don't think Debbie's done porn, but she's danced with him. So yeah, it's just really cool. It was really cool to see.
Wait a second.
Everybody go do shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this shit up. Vanessa Del Rio.
That's her sister.
Oh, yeah, I know her. Everybody know her.
Cut it out, son.
That's Felicia Rashad's sister.
Nah, son. That is not.
I mean, they all pretty much look alike, so.
That's her sister, son.
Nah, bro.
Nah, ain't no way.
Can't.
Yeah, I'm about to look it up now. How many sisters?
Fact check.
They're not gonna have her.
I forgot it's a job. It's a job.
Vanessa Del
Son,
Rio.
all she got is one sister, Debbie Allen.
Vanessa.
Why you
knew.
Goddamn, because
Debbie Allen is her stepsister. That was a rumor like in the 80s and 90s. Everybody was like, yeah, Vanessa Del Rio is what's her name? I was like, no, she's not. So I figured I'll
Start calling this nigga John Smollett.
I just fucking.
Oh,
I
shit.
fucking figure I'd restart.
Shots fired. Yeah. So yeah, so that was really fun. I had some really great time with the guy that I'm dating. So that's fun. We always have a great time when we're together. And then yesterday I went to the Raw Artist event at the Fillmore, and they had like 70 different artists there: fashion designers, music artists, visual arts, body paint. It was all really dope. Like I saw some of them. I saw Reese Raps. Apparently, she got the female hip hop artist of Charlotte this year or this past year.
Reese Raps.
Yeah, Reese Raps. So yeah, I saw her. It was dope. It was dope. My roommate walked in one of the fashion shows, in one of the fashion designers shows, so that was cool.
That's what's up,
What's
man.
up?
Yeah.
Nothing else? No dates? Nothing like that?
Well, I was supposed to have one this Sunday, but I think I'm gonna cancel it.
Why you didn't ask me about no dates, you piece of shit?
And I'm gonna cancel it.
Oh, you asked me?
Yeah, you didn't ask about my personal love life.
Nobody cares about it.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm lonely.
He is.
Oh my god.
No, we care more about her social life than yours. That's all. Nobody cares about yours.
Hey, Greg, he said to sleep at night.
Useless tears. Yes.
That's crazy.
Joe?
Yeah.
He's like, it's great.
Great.
So it was a good week. Everything's going smoothly. Today's my birthday, so I'm 45 years on the planet.
45?
Hit him with the
45.
4-5.
I've been looking forward to this age, so I can say that.
You've been here for 9 5-year increments.
Yes, it's pretty good.
That's
That's what's up.
And
That's the era we came from.
yeah, and then speaking
That's
of
the math. Is this the math episode or something?
Or something like that. Like 5 years.
Like 9 nickel bags. That's all you are.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say, return Jordan, but when Jordan came back with the 4-5,
So I appreciate Takia's Alvinelli tale because my daughter dances with them now.
Oh, cool. That's dope.
She's doing her thing out there.
Yeah.
So but Alvinelli was a short, stocky guy, so he kind of had to build that around his own structure, So, but like you said, it's a great show. What else? I'm just appreciative of how the year went. My father never made 45. He died of cancer at 44. So it's a milestone age for me. And I'm just, just blessed and counting my blessings and making sure the world's a better place. I'm watching these, everything happening in the news is a very eventful time.
Oh my gosh, it's so entertaining.
This week is crazy.
Yeah.
It all matters.
Yeah.
the fuck's wrong with you?
What?
Wait, your boy just come on like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking creeper.
Goddamn Momo smile.
That's not crazy though. I was just thinking about the Momo
It's
jump.
Let me tell you.
It's weird. I saw
That's
some
a
videos on
demon.
All it is a
It's
statue, right?
It's just a Japanese little.
Listen, I don't care what
They took
it
a
is.
picture of it
This
and
shit is
then they just
weird.
put it on
And
online.
whoever came up with that is a fucked up individual.
Japanese people.
Not the statue, but whoever's using it to tell kids to do horrible shit.
I mean, whatever.
Kids are dumb enough to follow it. So
I've seen that picture before this whole thing.
I had never seen it.
Yeah, I saw it randomly on like a
Yeah, me
image
too.
on Google.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm sure. That shit
it
weird.
popped up like a porno video I was watching.
Did you just beat yourself instead?
Yo, she got the jokes today. She got the jokes. She's on it.
It said don't jerk off yet.
I thought I had to go and pray.
You got to jerk off with no Vaseline. Right-handed.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to start a
Paul
fire.
Sahara.
Sandpaper glove.
1200 grit.
That's how you start a fire on Naked and Afraid.
So Terrell,
So my bad.
Unless you're not circumcised, apparently. Never mind. Go ahead.
My week has been okay, Just been working doing some OT, Made this fire beat yesterday. Oh man,
What's up?
yeah, bro. It's fire, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
bro.
not yesterday, but
Not yesterday.
a couple days ago.
Okay.
This is recent,
Okay.
And
Say yesterday like it was a relative term.
You really did say yesterday.
I said yesterday, like no,
I was
not
okay.
yesterday, but
Yeah.
Like John Lennon
Yesterday.
yesterday. Like John Lennon yesterday.
technically it is yesterday, but not yesterday. But
Okay.
it's more of those to come. Trying to make this money out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's about it. I don't really have a life. Oh, and Tab's doing good. She's working at she got a new job. I forgot the name of the place, but she likes it.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all
like-
that matters. So that's good. So I'm happy for Tabs. Everything going smooth, copacetic. So
What's up?
to be live.
Oh, shit. I had my shit down. I had a ringtone down. I had a...
Medium.
Oh, shit. Well, my week has been, I I was apartment hunting, but I think I settled on the spot.
Woohoo! How's Partey?
I gotta go check it out tomorrow, and well, Sean's lady put me up on it, so he hating a little bit, but it's all good.
Tara always finding stuff.
Yes, you do. She's very resourceful.
She adds so much value to your life.
Y'all can kindly go kill yourself.
Very resourceful. So anyway, she put me up on this spot, and everything's included with it in the rent, like Wi-Fi, cable, watches,
Bullshit.
like y'all know.
What is that?
Yo, she need to be
Right,
or some shit.
A little bit past university.
How much is it? What?
It's like, well, I'm gonna get a 2-bedroom, like 1080.
Oh, you balling?
Nah, I'm splitting.
Oh, okay. Oh, you
B.O.B.
decided to be
balling on
roommate
My
with your
cousin? Yeah, you know, my cousin be a little shaky, so that's why I'm like, you know how that be. Be a little shaky sometimes.
80-20 split.
Oh, that's gonna be in small clean.
Bruh.
80-20 split, your ass, you gotta get the fuck home.
Hey, that's how fights get started.
Yeah,
Ain't
like,
it?
you gotta come
Good
with
Baptist.
bread on the bill, like.
No, don't do that. He gonna be
You
like,
a crackhead? I know you a crackhead.
like,
That's why you ain't got the money for rent.
because you let him pay 20%.
I was talking on the judge Mathis.
Look, I know when you smoke crack.
I know a crackhead when I see one. I grew up around people like you.
I'm an outstanding citizen of the law.
Back in Detroit, I've been around crackhead. I know a crackhead a mile away.
Like, look, yo, I remember he was saying some shit. Dude was kind of looking back. He's like, "Ain't no crack back there." I was like, "Yo, this dude is wild."
I call everybody a crackhead for the smallest shit.
Yeah.
You hit the side of the vending machine for a snack to fall? Oh, you a crackhead. I know one when I see one. Like, damn, bro, I'm just trying to get my 60 cent.
This is one my Yabba Dabba Slim Jim stick or something or some stupid shit. It's like, damn, bro. Nah, I play this, man. Hopefully that works out for you, man.
Yeah, man.
I've seen the apartments. They dope as shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you'll like them.
Cool.
That's pretty much where I'm at right now. So that's it.
That's what's up, G.
Hi, I'm Winston. I'm new to this podcast.
I hate you
So
so
about
much.
to wildly just ignore the fucking.
The fake ass Nicki Minaj accent.
No, she tried too hard. She tried too
If
hard.
you're not trying
She
hard
don't even
enough.
do that shit.
Listen to the man in the MAGA hat, please.
All right.
Now your asses look too like you.
Exactly, yeah. I'm mad at everybody.
Like, wait,
Look,
it is red. Wait a minute.
Is that a
Yeah.
teddy bear?
Polo, motherfucker.
Snap.
Shit is lit. I'm actually hating on them.
But
Still
Say that.
my week so far was alright. What did I do? I didn't do nothing really. Pretty much uneventful week.
You got no computer, G?
Not this week.
Bro, wait up. You did all that just to say that?
What?
You ain't shit.
What? That's how you gotta do. That's how you gotta advertise shit. You know?
You advertise doing nothing?
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
That's how you sell a product. But anyways, I've been good. Trying to go to work, trying to get paid, trying to go home, go to sleep. That's it. All right. On to the next.
Hey, did y'all see that abducted in plain sight
Don't
shit on that?
tell.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hold up, though.
I don't want
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
That shit was wild.
I watched that as well. That was an eventful part of my week. Go
It's
ahead.
hilarious.
So, I'm not gonna lie, my week wasn't all that eventful. I've been living a real simple life. Nothing going on. Finally got the trip to Miami booked. That's done. Yay. So that's gonna be fun whenever that comes up. I helped my grandmother get a TV today, so that's awesome. So she out here smart TV shawty, that's what she do, talking shit to the dudes that work at Sam's Club, because she don't give a fuck. Dude's like, yo, you want DirecTV? She's like, nah, that's trash. And then he's like, well, let me give you my information, this, and that. So she takes it down. She walks up to me. I was like, you not about to use it. She starts laughing. Like I'm like maniacal laugh. Yeah, I know. I was like, damn, yo, you savage, grandma. What's up? And I was cool hanging out with
I'm
her.
gonna be a savage grandma when I grow up.
I can see that.
Girl being a
I know,
savage.
right?
Looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be Black Food Truck Friday. So that's gonna be dope.
Y'all need a ride. I'm Ubering in
out there.
What's gonna be it?
Come out there.
I don't know.
I get up for
Look
work.
it up.
It's at Recess. It's in the parking lot of Recess.
There you go. That works. See, I didn't even know.
I've been before.
That's on Seagull Avenue, right?
I don't know about the name of the avenues now. I just know. It's
Do they
in
take
the parking
cash
lot
out?
of Recess.
No, I'm just joking.
They got the square.
Weird. But now I got that. Hanging out with T. You know how that goes. You know, regular simple relationship shit. Getting on each other.
Awesome, simple relationship shit. Don't diminish what she does for you.
Don't act like I don't do shit for her. I'm pretty awesome myself. God damn it.
You say so.
I know so. I mean, shit, we both level each other up. Okay? That's how it works.
Okay.
Fuck you, Keith.
Wow.
Wild as shit.
Wow, girl. You're a wild girl.
You're wild. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wow,
Oh
wow,
my
wow.
goodness. But yeah, man, like I said, it's nothing really special happening this week. It's just been a regular week, man. Definitely looking forward to seeing how the whole new internet radio thing is gonna play out, because I think that episode that we just gave them is gonna be debuted tomorrow. So I guess what will happen is this episode will.
12 p.m.
I think is it 12 or 12:30?
12:30.
12:30.
Okay.
So I would think that this episode would then debut next week for them. So that's how we would do it. That's what I'm thinking. If that, Terrell, am I right?
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. Because,
Well, it makes sense.
What's the website? What's the website?
it'll make sense, but I know he wants to upload. Well, I know he wants to upload, you know, as soon as possible. So, I mean, I don't know if it's just going to skip that one and go to this one, but
I doubt it.
I doubt it, but I'll just put it up there. He said he got it already, so.
What you can do, touch bases with him.
Yeah.
Just see what he says. But, you know, other than that, I mean, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the traffic we're going to get from it. You know, look, I've been looking forward to the people, like a lot of people been reaching out to us, even on Instagram, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm ready for this wave to start. Simple as that. So,
Yeah.
you know, let's just get it best way we can. Let's get it, yo. Like, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I watched the first episode of Deezus and Meryl on Showtime.
Yeah, that's
That shit's lit.
I think the new one coming on tonight.
Yeah.
Or it's
every
probably
Thursday,
right now.
Yo, that shit is lit. Like, they didn't change much from the show, but it just added more. Let's put it that
It's
way.
like, y'all just gonna keep saying nigga? It's like, this is your nigga? And I just watched the Green Book, yo. That shit was funny. Well, not the movie, that wasn't funny. I mean, the skit about the Green Book.
Greener Book. It was the greenest book, or whatever it was called. That shit was funny. But, you know, shout out to them. And, yeah, man, other than that, man, regular day of the week. So, other than, you know, the fact that your boy Robert Kraft out here on these hoes, son.
Out here buying bitches, yo.
Out here buying pussy.
That nigga, he had to be in Miami, son. Like, he can't be in no other part of Florida.
Where the fuck is Jupiter for
Yeah,
that?
goddamn. Jupiter is right above
West Palm Beach.
West Palm, thank you.
That's where he was at.
Yeah.
Yes, so.
Buying that butt.
In South Florida.
He was at a massage parlor.
Yeah, you know,
Oh,
getting
man.
that happy ending, you know.
Listen, getting that happy ending.
Happy ending?
Getting
Long
that,
time.
getting that
They
Dr.
said he
Seuss.
was- At first they said he was just about 2 misdemeanors, but now they're talking about like actual trafficking and shit. I was like,
Trafficking?
bro.
Well, here's
He's like,
the
I ain't
thing.
traffic shit. I was trying to get a handy job.
He could have just invited girls back to his room. Like,
But they sound, well, I
That
was
that sounds cool, but fucking when you trying to get somebody to touch your dick that ain't supposed to touch your dick, that's even better. Like, yeah, let me get her to touch my dick.
I guess so.
Yeah, you don't have a dick, so you have no horse in this race.
Still have an opinion.
You can't have a dick opinion if you don't have one. You know,
You have an
like,
opinion on human beings.
no, we're not human beings. We're talking about people with dicks right now.
I can see that point.
But they were saying that if he knew about the human trafficking part, and he still partook in those activities, knowing them, you know, part of human trafficking rings, and that's how he
No,
could get.
if he went in there and was like, yeah, I need a Chinese bitch with blonde hair and big titties, then he knew what was going on. But if he just had some random chicks like, yeah, let me get
No, they
this
say
one.
he's a regular though, so it's like,
Oh, so he knew. That's why he goes there.
right?
You have $1 billion, you can't get somebody to come to your crib and give you a
And fuck,
massage.
you can't get nobody to go to your yacht out in the ocean, like,
International waters.
Yeah, where
Exactly.
shit is legal.
right?
But
True.
that's the point. That was what making fun is illegal. Like, you don't want to go get a handy job from your wife. Like, why would I do that when I get this young chick and I can pay her to go against her morals That's all that is power. That's all the fuck it is. Like, yeah, I have power to make this chick jerk me off in some filthy massage parlor somewhere.
Yeah, but I guess people looking at it like, yeah, for the average Joe, no pun intended. Sure, but for a fucking billionaire, before a billionaire, it's
a lot more
like,
exciting things you can do.
yeah, like that's
Nothing's more exciting than vaginas, and nothing's more exciting.
I'm not gonna lie, I get what you say, because a lot of famous people's always getting caught up.
Thank
with
you.
shit. Like, if that was the case, they would be getting caught up doing other things. This
They
is
can
not
still
the
get
first.
vagina in other dangerous situations.
They could, but
Like-
this is the easiest.
But it's like, you know they got cameras and shit around. How you don't think?
But they're not supposed.
Well, no, he
to
didn't
really-
know because they
Yes,
had an undercover sting operation.
They did have an undercover sting. However, they can't have cameras in there
Yeah,
They could.
because they're not supposed to be doing sexual acts in there. So it's not against the law to have cameras in the room.
yeah,
Listen.
yeah. So they not supposed to. Like,
You gotta
But,
pay the right people
you're
off.
not thinking that when you're having a massage.
Thank you.
You're not thinking there's cameras there. You're thinking that not. It's like I'm thinking in the bathroom there's no cameras there. Just like
Yeah.
in a massage scenario, when people are pretty much nude, I'm not thinking they have cameras there. But
Pretty much.
Listen, every
That's
man
how
in this room
slipping.
has had a boner thought that did not turn out well. We all had that situation. Like, yeah, I thought with my dick. I'm sorry.
Except for you, because you don't have one.
Thank you.
I'm also not
That's
a
what I
man.
said.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you can't. Y'all vagina thoughts are usually more well placed than
Vagina
thought of.
monologues.
Yeah.
Every man in this room got put on their
They're
dick.
monologues instead of thoughts.
Going to massage?
I thought this was
See, I think even during the massage, they're just like, okay. We're like, so,
you know how you
feel
say
like dick.
Oh, I've seen.
how many times a
women,
day they probably get offered that? Like, yeah, I'll give you $40 for the handy J. Like, you know, get out of here. Robert Kraft is left here. So I'm sorry. I'll come back next week.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna shut it down, open up somewhere else, and
You
then
probably order the same chick every time, like, cause she know what it is.
Can I get yin yang?
Bruh. Not just Asian chicks work at massage parlors, bro. What is wrong with you?
wow.
It says Asian. It says Asian orchids.
These are
Massage.
yeah, workers of Asia. That's the name of it. Literally.
Well, in that case,
I'm not gonna front.
Most like
I'm not gonna
Go out on a
front
limb
white
here and
girl.
say,
Lucretia doesn't work there. I'm just imagining that she's not there.
I thought it was gonna turn out to be a white girl that did it.
first
I'm
of
not gonna
all,
lie.
Lucretia ain't about to be trafficked in organs of Asia. Let's be clear.
Yeah, right.
No, not there.
Not there. Not there. No.
Okay.
So where did you buy black women? Writes down.
Just taking notes here.
I just want to make sure I avoid that place.
I hate
Right.
him so
Sugar
much.
Creek.
oh shit.
You gotta watch out on it, though.
You gotta check them apples out there, G.
Yeah. You gonna hear loud. Hey, baby.
Looking for a
Hey,
good
baby,
time.
are you looking for a good
You
time?
want to be the front or the back? What? Huh?
Just came back from smoking crack.
Damn, son.
Wanna get a handy J?
Damn, bro. Dude.
Like, you
Y'all
know,
wildin' dog.
That's Sugar Creek.
Yeah.
She's been there hanging
Oh, that's
with-
Sugar Creek?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where you find them at?
That's what they say.
Nah, she coughs
Oh,
like
okay. Oh.
women
What's
should
up,
like.
dude?
She'll be like, hey, baby, you want a sword fight? You be like, whoa. Nah, pass.
She like,
There's a lot going on here.
Hey, you good looking.
you want some of this pussy? You be like, what? Wait, what?
I'm gonna get a pussy bop. You be like, whoa. No, I don't.
Yo, they confused.
I'm not confused. I'm just bad. I'm just out.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, you ever heard of that toy? Pop it.
I'm in awe. I'm in awe.
Shake it, flip it, smack it, finger it, pop it.
Spinning works too. Spinning works too. Yeah. Don't flick it though. That's
You want to see the
Nah, they might flick it.
yeah, that's not cool though.
That's me.
Oh, you guys are wild today.
You guys are off the wall.
Hey, wait,
From Hasbro. Let's talk about the Oscars.
Yeah, let's. Shout out to Miss Regina King and
I know
the
what
crew of Black Panther. They all got Oscars.
Shout out to
Super
black
dope.
people that won.
Yeah.
Basically.
I just know fucking Spike Lee. That's the only one I pay attention
Bro,
Yo,
shout out to
Spike
Spike
Lee.
Lee.
Yeah, them gold fours.
I think
Yeah.
before,
I
this
love
shit-
Spike Lee,
yo,
man.
this shit is
I love
dope.
Spike Lee.
That nigga.
Shout out to Trump who acknowledged Spike Lee in his tweets. Thank you.
What? What happened?
I don't really. The comment is irrelevant. It was
Nah,
funny that he.
nobody-
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Nobody cares
president
what
got to
it
retort if somebody
Yeah.
says something. He has
Did y'all
to say
see
something.
It was just funny that he
Yeah.
even acknowledged him. I thought it was
Did y'all
great.
see the trial?
Yeah,
Michael
with,
Cohen.
with,
Michael Cohen was like
he went in.
really going in on it. He was like, yeah, he's racist. He said like he had direct quotes. I'm like, I believe that motherfucker said that.
He
shit.
said,
He
he
did
said,
say
have you
that.
ever seen a black man who could lead a shithole country or something? And they was riding down Chicago, and he was like, you see how black people live? I can't believe they would live like this and
They
shit.
can't
like
work for me because they too stupid.
this. Yeah.
Like I was like, yo, like they had like a line of people
Surprise.
just fucking
Yeah.
ready to go on Trump, yo. I was like, yeah,
What
but it's not gonna do nothing.
What was
That's
really
what I
fun?
wanna
What was really interesting to me that some of them used. I did not be petty just now. I wanted to be petty. Some of the Republicans were using that time to like really attack him. Like, oh, you're doing this for a movie. You're lying. You're a cheater. You're this. You're that. He was like, oh, you talking about me or the president? Which one? And I was like, oh, bitch.
Yeah.
Wait a
I see
minute.
what you did there.
I need to.
Wow.
I'm gonna get CNN just to watch this shit. This is hilarious.
But did he really say anything that we didn't already
No,
kind of,
no, he didn't.
Now the question is, okay, he said all that. Now,
Why is that?
Nothing.
I don't know why that's
Election coming up in 2020. Shit, fuck it, let him ride it out.
Yeah, let him ride around. I don't really care. I'd rather him ride it out. He's not
He
gonna.
survived
Pence,
this long,
Pence is
dog.
not gonna be no better.
No better.
Exactly.
I don't care
So-
what anybody says. When I look at him, I just see evilness. I don't know why.
Out of who?
Pence.
Oh.
Like, I don't know what it is.
Like,
Like,
why?
he looks dead inside, dog.
Mastermind.
He looks dead inside.
I kind of felt that way about Dick Cheney when I was like, if Bush ever get something happen to him and Dick Cheney come in,
Yo!
oh man,
Did you see Dick Cheney?
Dick Cheney was actually running the shit anyway.
Yeah, I know.
He wasn't running
He
shit.
shot that
He
dude
was.
and got away with it.
And
Right,
then
he
the
got
guy
right.
shot it. I saw the movie Vice.
Was it
That shit is a good fucking movie.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dick Cheney really truly
He
was.
was like, he
running
shot
shit,
the
though.
motherfucker in the face, and the dude went on the news was like, yeah, I apologize. Like, bitch, for what? For blocking his bullet with your face, man? Like,
made
yeah,
him
that's some
apologize?
white man. That's some white man shit to shoot somebody and then apologize.
Right.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
My fault.
I'm
Mental
sorry.
dodge left.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Tuck
Die when
right.
you shot me in the face.
Oops.
Like, yeah.
Sorry.
Next time I'm gonna try to die when you shoot me in the face.
Cheney meant to kill him.
Excuse me.
That's crazy.
No, go ahead.
No, I wasn't talking.
Wow. Oh.
Who's talking?
But what Spike Lee won for best adapted screenplay, which I'm not exactly sure what that means. Does that
Well,
mean he took some?
No, it was a real story. It was a true story about the black Klansman,
Mm-hmm.
and he adapted it to the screenplay. So
Yeah.
it's based
But,
off a true story.
But he really wanted the best picture Oscar. That I think who did he lose to?
Is it Bohemian Rhapsody?
No, it was the Green. It was the Green Book about
Oh,
Wow.
which they said that was a good movie. And,
Bohemian Rhapsody is a good movie too, yo.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
I haven't
but I
seen
heard
it,
the
but
guy
I've heard
who
a lot about
played
it.
Freddie Mercury won an Oscar for best actor.
Rami
Yeah.
Malek or Malik.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
I mean, the dude did great.
I didn't know Queen was that dope, yo.
Son, you knew I
Like I knew the songs that they sung,
Son,
but like the big songs, like I went back and listened. They got some dope ass
They got
songs.
some
Like, oh
bangers.
shit, yo.
they really got some bangers. Like Queen was dope. Fuck what you heard. Like, and this is coming from somebody like I am a music person, so like I get excited when they come on. Like, oh shit, Queen! Like, shut the fuck up. They're on. So it's dope as shit. Like I was talking to Sean Hudson about it. He's like, yeah, they trash. I'm like, yo, you trash as fuck.
He said that
Say
about
Queen's
Queen?
trash?
Yeah, he said Queen was trash. I was like,
All right.
all right.
That's a backhand.
All
right
right.
Me
That's a
personally,
backhand.
I heard a lot of their hits and didn't even know who the group was. But
Yeah.
once I realized who it was, I'm like, damn, they made a lot of classics.
They made
Like,
some bangers.
So, and then a lot. I mean, I've heard a lot of samples from hip hop from a lot of
Yup.
these songs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, shouts out to them.
Oh man, you know.
Bro, can't nobody hear you?
Let me see this real quick. Half of the songs out nowadays is freaking samples.
Oh yeah, we know
From the
that.
80s, 90s,
Oh, yeah, of course.
70s.
Not even half. I
Early
want to say about
2000s.
90%.
About 90%.
Everybody's
Yeah.
making their own.
Let's say that.
That's a
I think the
next
last real producer that was making his own beats and making money off them was fucking like Manny Fresh. Like
Yeah.
Manny Fresh never
Yeah.
sampled anything.
Yeah.
What about Scott Storch? Did he sample shit?
Scott Storch didn't sample.
Nah,
he was pretty original with his shit too.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
But here's the thing.
Well, nah, he wasn't like a full-fledged producer. He was a producer. He was more like a piano guy. He did a lot of melodies for people.
Yeah.
So
but he did a great job.
he did an amazing job. When we listen, he's like one of the greatest pianists in our time.
He said penis.
I'm gonna say this is the thing that pisses me off about music nowadays, hip hop, R&B, whatever. They sample music that ain't even been out that long. I'm like, bro, I just heard this song 3 years ago. Y'all sampling it already?
My friend just sampled.
Yeah,
I think that song is like shit came out as a kid.
Right, I just
I gotta tell you, young you are. You didn't even know what fucking song that was. He's like, I still don't know.
Yeah, I was like, they sample so much that it's like they don't even give a song time to breathe and
They really don't.
get recognized as a classic song before they sample some shit. Yeah, you're right. They
I try to stay away from
Like
sampling.
my last album.
I try to stay away from sampling. And one dude was like, "Oh yeah, you're not a sample. You should really get into sample. It's the new wave." Nah, bro, it's not the new wave.
I'm waiting for that 2 Chainz to come out tonight.
Yeah. Oh, that come out tonight.
dropped
Yeah,
the
LeBron was A&R on there, right?
Yeah. Trap will come to the league.
Yeah.
True.
But that's the thing that pissed me off about American music and movies. Like movies is basically sampling shit redoing shit that we already been seeing before. It's like
Son,
it's music and movies is resampling.
If you got the formula, you know.
Why not?
like the shit,
Yeah.
what women want. Like we know the originals of that was what men want with fucking what's his
Mel
name? But
Gibson.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that whole movie was a fucking Dave Chappelle sketch.
Really?
Remember they had what women want, and they was in the elevator, and the little boy was like, "I want to stick my finger in her butt," and she's like,
Yeah, I forgot
that's-
about that. Yeah.
Dave Chappelle already made that movie.
Yeah, we kind of know where
This
we're
is
going.
made like a 2-hour version of a Dave Chappelle sketch.
Yeah, it kind of did.
Yeah, they did that with what's your boy who was on the radio, the black guy from Saturday Night Live. He had a list of shit.
Oh, you talking about?
Oh, you talking
Leon
about the baby?
Yeah.
Yo,
They had a sketch.
The ladies, man.
Can I buy you a fifth sandwich?
I don't remember.
Some kind of balls he was eating in the movie.
Oh no, those weren't balls. That was shit.
Oh, I thought those were.
That was shit.
What was that?
Yeah, that was a prairie something.
What kind of ball?
Prairie nuggets or something like that.
Yeah, I thought they were
Prairie
like
oysters.
Pickle shit.
Pickled shit was
He's
what
like,
it
"Boy,
was.
you just ate
Okay.
You would have tried it?
No,
Nah, yo, that movie
I
was
don't eat.
hilarious.
I don't chew balls in general.
I would proceed to walk up to her and ask her, "Hey, sweet thing, can I interest you in the fish sandwich?"
I would like to bite you on the butt.
Then I would show her the wing.
That's one of my favorite movies, yo.
Son, the funniest part
Shout out
was Will
to my
Ferrell.
man. Go ahead.
Shout out to my boy, yo, because my man does sound like the ladies' man.
Yeah,
That's my
Oh,
guy.
he
Yo.
does,
He really does. Sound
Without
like
trying either.
Yeah, he really that's just how he sounds. It's hilarious though. That's my guy. But yeah, son. I'm trying to think of what else happened at the Oscars. They're talking about Lady Gaga and like Bradley Cooper talking about looked like they was about to fuck or some shit.
Yeah, that movie that they did.
No, they're talking about when they was on the stage performing or some shit. Like they look like they was ready to fuck. I'm like, word, Lady Gaga out here giving up them yeets.
He's very
Oh, I know what else. Shout out to the lady who I forgot. I gotta look up her name. Who did the costumes for Black Panther? I think she was.
Oh yeah, she got
was the
something
first,
too.
I think, black costume designer.
Yeah.
Yo, Black Panther, we knew that was going to eat. Simple as that. The movie was lit. I mean, come on now. Like, I don't care what anybody. That movie is lit. It's still lit to this day.
I just like that she pulled from actual like
Like
examples
tribes and
of
shit,
and not just like when I saw it, I was like, oh, I remember watching it.
Yeah.
I was scared about Black Panther 2.
There's going to be a Black Panther.
Of course.
It-
Marvel does all that.
Oh,
You always
okay.
get
Is it
free
like
movies.
that in the
Black Panther
comics
was-
too? Like, do they have? Was it
What you mean?
like?
They'll
is
probably
it
find some source material out of the
out
comics
of the
and
comics?
find a movie
Oh,
that they
okay.
got.
But
Okay.
they
They
did
don't
that
have
for
I
to.
don't know how
Avengers.
they
They
do
don't
that.
have to.
They don't have to though. That's the whole
Yeah,
thing.
that's the whole thing. I think that's why they wanted to do it, so they can make their own. Like they don't have to copy the comic books.
Well, that's the thing. The thing about Marvel movies compared to the comics, it's this whole different
Yeah, you gotta
thing.
make it different.
Like the comics are the comics. The movies,
Yeah.
they'll draw from it, but it has nothing to do with the comics at all.
Oh.
And this Spider-Man, the next Spider-Man is the only one I've ever looked forward to.
I'm looking forward to that shit.
Homecoming was dope.
Yeah.
And you know, I fucking hate Spider-Man. But I was like, yeah, when they made him a teenager and made him like
actual teenager instead of like an old ass motherfucker.
Like you like 40, like, hey guys, I got a picture, like, yo, grown ass out of here.
Tobey Maguire. They be like, hey, you gotta go.
Yeah,
Like, hey, that bus is on fire. You gotta go save. Like, man, I gotta go work overtime, man. Grown man shit to do.
Grown man shit to do.
Like, nigga, might be
Shit, that must ain't paying my motherfucking bills.
They ain't paying my goddamn bills. But nah, the Black Panther, that was the second highest grossing Marvel movie behind Infinity War, of course.
Yeah.
So they gotta make a sequel to that.
That makes
So,
sense.
But I'm just kind of scared
all
it's not
Marvel
gonna live
movies
up
get
to the
3
first one though.
Yeah.
All Marvel movies get 3 movies. Like every last one. Unless it was like the Incredible Hulk. I don't know what happened with that.
Is Venom a Marvel?
It is, but it's not by Marvel. It's through Sony.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
I like
Sony
that
does
one.
all the Spider-Man too, so technically.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Not these
some
movies.
other companies.
That's Marvel.
They're doing some collabs.
See, I think what happened was before the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know now, they had sold some of their rights to make money to Fox.
They
and
sold all
Sony.
their rights to a lot of them.
The X-Men is through Fox, and Spider-Man and shit is through Sony. So
Yeah. Well,
But
Venom is
Fox.
still, but Spider-Man is back on Marvel. That's why you was able to see him in the Marvel movies.
That's why you
Anyone
don't. That's
hear
why you
the
don't even
Breakfast
see
Club this morning?
Fantastic Four no
Y'all
more.
heard the Breakfast Club this morning?
No.
Nah.
Michael Jackson's nephew caught up there, and it was like,
saying that Michael Jackson was murdered, right?
No.
I don't know.
well, yeah.
Wait,
So he was like-
does this have anything to do with this? Or
Yeah.
Oh, okay, what's up?
It said Michael Jackson owned half of Sony.
Damn.
He did.
Sheesh.
I didn't know that.
His nephew. I was like, what the fuck? And it was like, that's kind of one of the reasons why they feel like he got
On
killed.
top of the Beatles catalog, you know.
Yeah, he's like, they
Damn.
would have gave him anything for that Beatles catalog, so they gave him half of the fucking company.
He owned the entire Beatles catalog and half of the
Put that shit on
entire
the floor.
Sony catalog.
Shit.
So that's
Close.
which is where the money is at. So and
Everybody was
that's
trying to
facts.
say, oh, Michael Jackson broke. Like, why? Because he gave away all his giraffes?
Like, yo,
I had giraffes
He
at
was
one
in,
point.
he was in debt. He was in debt because that asset's not liquid.
Yeah.
Like R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he didn't have $100,000 obviously liquid, but I'm sure he has other assets.
Yeah.
He on Craigslist like, I got 3 tigers and 8 gorillas to give away. Get a white
Yeah,
tiger.
like Mayweather. He, in order to pay his taxes that he owed before the backyard fight, he had to fight in order to have the money to pay the taxes. But that's
What a little fight in Japan or something like that.
before he fought
This
Pacquiao.
was
He had
2015 when he fought
he had like
Pacquiao.
a $30 million tax bill.
Yeah.
He couldn't pay it until the fight. So things like that. But he's
Jackson be serious.
Ask Wesley Snipes, you know, right? He nigga moved to Africa to get away from Uncle Sam.
Man, shout out to Wesley Snipes.
Hell yeah.
You know, put
I
dark
love to
skin,
see him.
put dark skin niggas on the map, yo.
I like to see him act.
That
would
would
be
be kind of
dope.
dope if he was in Black
Oh,
Panther.
sure.
They show up out of
No.
nowhere.
All it takes
I think
is
I want him to be in the seat.
Get away from
Technically, you
Sam.
can because
Say no more.
what's it called? Blade is Marvel, so
Oh, they bringing Blade back
Yeah,
out.
they get somebody else to play. Blade, though.
yeah.
I
So
think,
if I move to Canada, I ain't got to worry about paying taxes here.
What?
Bro, that's tripping.
yeah, you try that if you want to.
Yeah, see how that works.
You ever heard of extradition?
The first time you step foot back over here, you be like, yeah, just report to jail.
Yeah,
We're not even going to arrest you, just walk there.
yeah, right now. Do I get a ride? No.
That
No.
one, because Wesley Snipes was living in Japan, so he's like, fuck it, I live here, I don't got to pay.
Yeah.
That nigga, as soon as he steps off the plane, bring your black ass here.
He's like, wait, what is it? I mean, white man can't jump. Don't know
Niggas
anything.
go to jail.
I made passenger 57. What you mean?
Like, don't you remember I was in Demolition Man?
You like you inmate 57.
Damn, he been in a lot of movies, dog.
Oh, you know Simon Phoenix. And y'all remember Simon Phoenix?
Is that RoboCop?
That's
No.
Demolition Man.
Oh.
Fucking flat top and shit.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think there was any
John
black people
Spider.
in
Anybody out
fucking RoboCop.
Oh, okay.
It was just white people.
And it was Detroit in the future, so where the black people were?
Oh no, there wasn't a black person.
I
No,
thought
it
there was
a-
I thought that there was a
You gotta go back.
unfreeze a black the villain.
Nah,
Like,
yeah,
that was Demolition Man.
Oh, that was Demolition
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Oh, okay, got confused. Sorry.
Yeah,
guys.
RoboCop is this super violent shit that you should watch one day.
I probably did.
Just trying to
All the
search
violence starts to just.
Oh no, that
mesh
shit
together.
is super violent.
I haven't seen RoboCop in a minute.
Son, tonight, go home. No, you gotta order tomorrow. Watch RoboCop, son. That shit is so violent. It gets so.
No, I
like,
remember this shit. I'm like, I just haven't seen it as an adult.
son, as an adult, I watched it and then I thought back. I watched this as a kid. I'm like, my mother is a horrible fucking parent for letting me watch this shit.
Nuh-uh.
No, that shit was uber violent to the point you're like, yo, why the fuck am I watching this? Like, this is terrible.
I tell you,
Like, son, they had a part in the movie where they already shot his hand off with a shotgun, right?
Oh, I think I vaguely.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and then he's just sitting there, and they're just shooting him with shotguns, and he's just
Well, all 80s.
and then you know what they do?
Like,
Oh man, I ran out of bullets. Like, wait, what?
like, they want to finish him off. Like, yeah, let's just go home.
You know what's so good about that movie? The dad from That 70s Show is in it, and I'm like,
Yeah, he's like the fucking.
Talking about red. Talking about red.
yeah, he's like, yeah,
I love
ass.
it.
He's like, you dumbass. I'm like, holy shit, that's how he talks.
I'm gonna tell you the first movie I seen where the violence actually shocked me is because I was like, oh, this is a Steven Spielberg movie. I'm like, oh, this shit, little war movie. This ain't shit. I saw that movie Saving Private Ryan.
Oh yeah,
Bro, that
shit
first
wild.
scene,
First
that
fucking-
D-Day
soon as it
scene, I
start.
was like, yo, this shit. Have you ever seen it?
I think
You ever seen the when the
Bro.
dude was like holding his hand,
Yeah,
holding his
motherfuckers
arms,
had their
walking
guts out
around,
and shit.
looking? I was like,
Yeah, I
yo,
remember
that
that
shit was
part.
crazy.
That shit
That's
was.
how it was though.
That shocked the fuck out of me.
It
Like,
was just
seeing
like he's looking for his arm and shit. Like, if just pick one up, I was like, nah, that's not it. I was like, yo, yeah.
What is
There's
that?
a part right there fucked me up, yo.
And it was kind of that shit fucked me. It was kind of like you ever seen Tropic Thunder where he had his guts hanging out and shit. They was doing the scene.
And like people like jumping out the boat and they had their bags on, just drowning and shit. I was like, yo, that movie was crazy.
That
And
first
Saving
scene
Private Ryan
was crazy.
and that shit lasted like
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Right.
Yo. That shit
But
was
son, that movie is like accurate. That's the whole point. That's
Yeah,
exactly.
I
how
mean,
it was.
because we know the history of Steven Spielberg making E.T. and what's Indiana Jones or whatever that shit is. You wouldn't expect
Yeah,
that from
family
him.
friendly
Like,
shit.
yeah,
Nah, fuck that. Steven Spielberg was like, yo, I got something for y'all
That shit
asses.
shocked me,
Watch
bro.
this. Violence.
he was inspired.
And they need to make more war movies. Let's put it that way. I love uber violent movies, but please, everybody.
It was one I wanted
go
to
back
watch.
and
I forgot.
Did y'all see Hacksaw Ridge?
Nah, that shit was trash.
No, it wasn't.
I heard that shit was gay.
What? No, it wasn't.
I never even heard of it.
I heard they was sucking dick the whole movie.
What?
I'd say jack off Ridge.
Said that shit was called Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge.
Lockjaw Ridge.
That was planned. I don't think it's accurate.
Saving Ryan's Private.
Oh man.
Man, we the only three people laughing.
I'm leaving that alone.
Yep.
Oh really? Wait.
Full Metal Jacket.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
You know, God ain't gonna stop.
Cocking lips now.
Black cock down.
Oh, man.
Piper.
Alright.
My
I got
bad.
one more. No, go ahead.
I really did, but I was like, no, I'm good. My bad.
So, on a
Good
way
morning,
more
Vietnam.
somber note.
What?
Lord.
American Ass Assassin.
Alright.
What was that? Said shooter, like squirter.
Behind enemies behind us. Alright, I'm done.
More serious matters.
Squirt locker. Continue, Keith.
Alright.
Don't act like this shit ain't funny, yo. Stop it. You know this shit is funny.
Y'all out of control.
Whoa.
We
I
some
gotta
wild
stop doing
boys.
that when I'm trying to drink.
Y'all out of control.
We some wild boys.
Oh man.
So what do we think about the R. Kelly getting bailed out?
What up? Is that what you was about to talk about?
No, I was actually going to talk about a lady by the name of Dana Johnson.
Damn, what's up?
So she's been sentenced to she's been sentenced already. The trial's over, but she's been sentenced to jail in New Jersey. She's in Camden, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
prison is
Ooh, I heard
there.
about
I know about Camden. They had to go hard.
So
I heard
she
about that.
she was a federal officer of the law. Prior to that, she was an Army veteran. Did a couple tours overseas, that kind of stuff. And then went in to become a federal officer. And she was brought up. I don't know the exact charges, but I think it was like there was an argument. From what she wrote, there was an argument that took place. The person that she argued with said that she pulled her firearm on the person and like threatened their life and all this other stuff, and this happened in New Jersey. During the trial, it was proven that she didn't pull a firearm. Whatever threatening words were used, she wasn't charged with any of that. But what she was charged with was carrying a concealed weapon in New Jersey illegally. She said that she knew nothing about the New Jersey laws because of the Leosa law, which is a federal law that, according to her, I didn't read it, I didn't look up the actual law, but according to her, allows federal officers that are either current or have been federal officers to carry concealed weapons across state lines, regardless of what the state laws are.
Oh, yeah, because you're a government officer.
Yeah.
Was she currently a federal?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was when they
At the time.
Like,
she
even if
was
you're like a
federal
bodyguard,
officer.
because some of them are bodyguards.
Yeah. So at the
they
time,
know
she
how
was a
to
federal
do it.
officer. In fact, when she was indicted on the charge, they placed her on leave. They didn't fire her right away. They placed her on leave.
What's the name of the law?
Leosa, Leosa. Basically, when she went to trial, according to her, she wasn't allowed to bring any of this in front of the jury. Like, she wasn't allowed to tell them that she was a federal officer. She wasn't allowed to cite the Leosa law. I don't know how these things weren't admissible. Have no idea. But now she's been sentenced and she is in jail. She's been there now for 14 days. The funny thing is, she wasn't allowed to say that she was a federal officer in court, but they put her in solitary confinement for her own safety because she was a federal officer. They are also trying to make her take the drugs. They're trying to make her take psychotropic drugs, which she is refusing. So as a result, they're refusing to give her water unless she takes the meds, according to what she's telling her sister over the phone. She's been in jail now for like 18 days, I think they said.
I don't know what
This
to think
is
about
New
that.
Jersey, yeah?
Yes, New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey. And she was just like, the prosecutor already felt that she was guilty. The judge said that she was a liar and she had disgraced the courtroom and the law and all this other stuff. And I think what's really baffling to me is how was she not allowed to cite the Leosa law and bring up the fact that she was a federal agent in court? Like, how did they get that to be inadmissible? And then I also looked up, like, what happens when you have a federal law versus a state law. And according to what I read, federal law trumps state law.
Every time, yeah.
So I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand how. Like, I'm just baffled.
I'm looking at the law now, and it says it was enacted in 2004 that allows two classes of person: the qualified law enforcement officer and the qualified retired or separated law enforcement officer, to carry a concealed firearm in any jurisdiction in the United States, regardless of state or local laws, with certain exceptions. I looked up the qualified law enforcement officer. Is she qualified to carry a gun, or if she's not under any trouble with her agency, she should be good.
She didn't mention that she was in any trouble with the agency.
Because it says as long as the person is not subject of any disciplinary action by the agency, which could result in suspension or loss of police powers.
So she wasn't suspended until after she was indicted on the charges, according to what she said.
Okay,
she wasn't suspended
she
until after the fact.
From what I'm
and
reading.
She also, like, when she submitted her gun to them, according to what she said, they did go and check with her employer, and they confirmed that she was an officer, she was employed. Like, all of these things checked out. So, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
What was her sentence?
I don't even know.
No.
I didn't. I just read what this was something that she wrote personally, and then her sister shared it on her page.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, so I didn't read the actual court case. That's why I was like, well, what? How did they get away with not saying this in court?
Well, here's my thing. Did she have a lawyer? Because a lawyer would have been able to eat that up easily.
She did. She said the only person that she told that she got to tell her story to was her lawyer. That's what she said. That's what she wrote. So I don't know. I'm baffled.
I would think a lawyer should be able to eat that and chew it up.
That's what I would think too.
That's interesting. I gotta look into that.
I don't know.
That's,
but the sister's now trying to raise money so that they can, of course, appeal the decision and get a better legal team and all of that. But that's scary.
So it wasn't clear why she was in Camden.
They said after she was sent. No, I don't know if that's where she lived. I don't know if that's. I just know that's where
place in Camden.
Yeah, that's where it took place. So I don't know if that's where she actually lived or what have you. She didn't go into that. But they reprimanded her right after she was charged officially, whatever. Like, she was gone.
I've been to Camden. That's a war zone. That's
I heard about Camden for years.
I've been to Camden. That shit is. I'm just saying, she lives there. That's a hard place to live. Like, there's nothing there.
Yeah, Camden.
Like, you know how there's a good side and a bad side? There's no good side.
There's no side.
There's no side. Just one stretch.
Is Camden like when I used to drive trucks? Is that right on the other side of the Ben Franklin Bridge?
Yeah, it's like not so far from Philadelphia.
Okay.
Not so far from there, but yeah, sort of. Not definitely like 20 minutes, 30 minutes away. Camden's serious. There's a lot to that story.
Yeah, I don't know. But her name is Dana Johnson.
Yeah.
Look her up. I don't know. I just want to raise some awareness about the young lady. So, that's pretty sucky.
Pretty wild, yo, honestly.
Watching that story.
Damn.
Man,
That's pretty fucked up, because I don't know. From what I've been reading, I don't understand why she wouldn't be able to.
I don't understand it either. I don't know.
I hope she gets out of it.
So what we got
Sound like she don't have a complexion for protection. That's what it is.
Oh,
I mean, of course not. Yeah, and in case anyone is wondering, she is a dark-skinned woman with dreads.
Oh,
So that explains why they didn't believe that she worked for the government. They're like, oh, she like a regular nigga. Like,
Seems like they fucked up and you're like, oh shit, what we gonna do about this?
Well, you just gotta buckle down.
Exactly.
That's what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But yeah, so there's that. What were you gonna say now?
I was talking about the R. Kelly thing. What do people talk about? Him posting bail or whatever. Then I just seen on World Star, I didn't look at the video. They said he was at a McDonald's where allegedly that's where he used to pick up underage girls, saying McDonald's.
Cut it out
by the
son.
slides and shit.
Cut it out.
Trying to give him a big
Nah,
spot.
that's true though.
Do you want some make it saucy? You're like, what? Doing out there?
Well, it's interesting story because apparently there were a lot of women calling the jail to try to see how they could bail him out.
They had a GoFundMe account. They raised like $500,000 and then GoFundMe like deleted it under fraud.
Yeah.
And I put that in quotes because I just feel like if you're gonna delete that under fraud, then we shouldn't have had a GoFundMe for
now you see
old dude that shot
Trayvon.
Trayvon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get rid of all them GoFundMes, not just
this dude
his.
has a cult following behind him.
A real
That's
life
why
cult,
he's
though. That shit
allowed
crazy.
to do this shit. That's why he's able to.
It was a girl from my hometown. She was like, I don't care what nobody say. I would love him regardless. I remember when we took this picture and somebody coming in underneath it. Bitch, that's because you look 13. Like, and I died, dog.
I mean, I hate to say it, but
I died.
I mean, one part of the reasons why he has a cult following because he made some dope ass music. You can't be a trash artist and get a following like that. I know that, but I mean, I don't know.
I think
I heard it was one individual, like one guy.
It was one woman. Like,
woman.
Yeah, it was a
they
woman.
met on a cruise like in September.
Listen, I'm just trying to figure out what his gift of gab
She actually
like,
won.
God damn.
She actually won. So they met. They were familiar with each other since September, and then she won. She actually was a daycare worker. I think it's a white lady, like probably like about 30. So her daughter, her infant daughter was had a heart problem, was in the hospital, did surgery, and it was a wrongful death suit that she won. So she wasn't like a rich woman originally. So she won that. She got that suit, that settlement for $1.1 million in like October of last year.
And already put up 100 bands.
He put 100 bands up for him.
God,
four payments of $25,000 for each charge.
Is it? Have they been? Are they together, or she just really?
Well, Kelly, who knows?
I was trying to understand. Like, I
mean,
can't imagine.
It seemed like they were friends. I mean, she wasn't the only one. I'm sure old people.
I'm sure she wasn't. She wasn't.
To me, this whole world is like, a world of contradictions, right? I mean,
of course.
Yeah, the Walt Disney Channel, who owns Lifetime, who owns A&E, and they have a long history, including Walt Disney, of being pedophiles for real.
Half of the stuff in these shows.
Thousands of people And then you have the idea that what Health and Human Services said that in those campus sites, the
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
they have almost 5,000 complaints and hundreds of missing children.
And they're
so
basically
now,
saying
this is where again?
Like immigration camps, when they're holding the children, they were holding children in like dog cells and shit.
Oh yeah.
So there's thousands of complaints, hundreds of children who are missing. So in 30 years, when those children do something to other children, who's going to be held accountable, right? So it's like, to me, whenever I hear a story about somebody doing something to a child, you have to always look at what happened to the child as well, because people just don't do that, you know. But you know, it's just funny how again Michael Avenatti, the guy that got the videotape to the courthouse. So you know he just got last year he was arrested for domestic violence against his another woman.
Okay.
And he himself owes like $1.5 million in back child support. So it's like people. It's like everywhere you go, people have all this type of dirt. Yeah, somebody broadcasting somebody who's, you know, he did some bad things. Most of what was on the show is just like, to me, consensual, because if you're grown and you want to be with R. Kelly's house, like, you can't stop that. But
I think the problem with R. Kelly is a part of it I blame on OJ. I'm gonna tell you why. I think
OJ.
this is my life.
Yeah, give me this. I need this connection. Go ahead.
In '95, OJ beat a murder rap,
Right.
and we all knew he was guilty of.
Guilty as hell.
They found the littlest shit when he went back to get his own shit. Again, I mean, of course, he sent the goons after, and they had him on tape. That's what they got him with years later to lock him up with. We know they've been wanting to get R. Kelly locked up for shit. We you know, and he beat that first charge with the tape. They thought they had him dead to rights, just like they thought they had OJ dead to rights. He beat that. So now they try to go back on some tapes that somebody didn't gave to him years later, and now they want to hit him with all these charges and shit. I just think it's one of them things where they feel like, you know, we let him get about all these years ago.
So the videotape of him just on that shit wasn't enough.
That's what I'm saying. He beat
Well,
them.
it wasn't enough because the child and the parents both said it wasn't her.
Right. But we all thought it was dead to rights. Anybody who's seen that tape was
that's
like,
that's his goddaughter, by the way.
At the same time, all this shit, you see that shit happen. It's like, you don't think that you should have done something way back then? Like,
they didn't have nothing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, at that
They
point,
didn't
if you
have nothing. That's why they got something now. Now they're like, oh, we're going to throw the book at this
It's
nigga
hard
now.
to-
And that's the same thing with OJ.
It seems like they made a documentary and then this shit came up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Right.
now they have public support. Like jurors it's the public.
And
so
that's
now you have
almost
public
like
support.
how OJ was going to drop that. If I had killed him, this is how I would did it. Remember that shit?
That's not funny.
I mean,
But he didn't
funny.
write the
It was
book.
funny.
He didn't write the book. But he's like, yeah, if I was to write a book, like,
Yeah.
all right, my nigga.
I'm like,
So
yo, chill. Like,
it's just like the things
lay low,
that,
dog.
right?
Pay your
So
taxes. Go to church. Stop
But
at
I
red
never fuck
lights.
with OJ because OJ don't fuck
Yeah.
with black people until it's time to do crime.
you
You don't ever see him playing golf with niggas and
Yeah.
like, oh, niggas, let's have a barbecue.
Hey,
see him
different
with
folks
the
for
Crips
different
and
strokes,
shit.
you know what I'm saying?
But as soon as the time to do some fuck shit, he calling every nigga he know, like, hey, Leroy, call John and all them. Let's go get my trophies and shit back from these crackers.
Exactly, yeah.
Fuck out of here.
But that's my correlation. How I figured
So,
Yeah, I mean,
the OJ getting away with it. Everybody thought that he was dead to rights. Then he hit him with the glove. Don't feel he must have quit. Whatever.
but I always go back to the idea. Now, just speaking of OJ real quick, I thought he was guilty when he was riding the Bronco with AC Cowens. Yes.
Yes.
But when I watched the trial, I said, that nigga, I don't think he did it.
that's your ass.
That's what we thought.
There is reasonable doubt in this
Johnny was the
motherfucker.
man, but
There is reasonable doubt.
there was reasonable doubt that he must have quit. But anyway, so my thing is, you have the Catholic, but Robert Pell was convicted of 2 counts of sleeping with choir boys, right? That's thousands of people. He's still an aide to Pope Francis after the conviction. But the Catholic Church has been known to do that all over the planet. So it's like, okay, these things happen shit in people's families where there's people who have been touched, have sex with people, with uncle, with great aunt, father, mother, all genders can be involved in this. This happens. This happens all over the world in every community that I know of, right? But my thing is, you have people that have thousands of people that are in the Catholic Church. In the Catholic Church, whatever they say, whatever doctrine they put out, goes to every single church. It's not like if you're not a Catholic, the church doesn't affect you. So people that know Disney was a pedophile, know that they support pedophilia, and own Lifetime television, they're still going to go to Disney World. They're still going to go to Disneyland. They're still going to watch ESPN, right? So it's like people are a little hypocritical when they put one person as the face of something.
Yeah. When
all these people have been doing this for millennia, like if there were thousands of complaints in a year, right? How many complaints you think there was in slavery? Yeah. when you can really do whatever the fuck you want.
You see, Joe, it's like you said it right. Like everybody doesn't really know who's all in connection. You know what I'm saying, like that. Nobody
I didn't know Disney on Lifetime or anything. I don't pay attention to shit like that. I also don't watch a lot of TV. So.
Yeah, but it's like they own all these things, but people don't think that. People don't think, oh, they're all separate entities. No,
look who's behind it. Look up Robert Iger. Look up this year, not 100 years ago. Yeah. This year, they had a
whatever dude Epstein or the billionaire dude or whatever what was his name who got a year and a half.
Epstein got a year and a half for going around the world molesting children.
But
with his man Billy Clinton, by the way. So my thing is, you have people. It's not reported, but if you just do a little search, you can see that there are all these connections there with people, and it's like of course we're always the poster child, but that shit is rampant. Like it's not. You have to connect the dots.
Yeah, but you gotta look at it like this.
I got a couple things that I want to say to this whole R. Kelly thing. First being, as far as I understand, the tapes that they put out, or the tape or tapes, I can't remember. There's one or two that they have now. That's most recent. Mm-hmm. The women or the girls, because they're like 13. Yeah. So these aren't like. When you was in high school, you would know they're like 13, 12. Right. Okay. So to me, that's a child.
Right. Of course.
And that's wrong. When I hear the argument, or not even the argument, but when I hear the point of, well, everyone else is doing it, it doesn't negate the fact that he has done it. Mm. And whether they make us the poster child or not saying that they don't, but it doesn't change the fact that he's done this.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's on tape.
He's wrong. He's wrong.
No, let me finish. So what I'm saying is, it's fine to make those arguments, but it doesn't take away from what he's done. Yeah. It's not like they singled him out and manufactured the tape, and this is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, he committed a horrible offense. He still committed horrible offenses. So he need to go to jail. Does that mean that these other people who got slaps on the wrist should have gotten more, or shouldn't have gotten more? No, that's not what that means. But shit, we got one. And at that point, when I think of pedophilia, because that's what that is, 12, 13, that's pedophilia. When I think of it, I don't care what race you are. If we got one, we got one. I'm not going to take away from the negative publicity on him just because he looks like me. That's not what I'm gonna do. So that's number 2, and then, damn y'all, I forgot my last point. Never mind. Go ahead. Start writing this shit down.
Let me defend R. Kelly real quick.
One second. I would say this. I mean, I have daughters. As I said before in previous conversations, the parents, when you have a 13 or 14-year-old girl, the parents are the ones that are going to put that to the police. They're not going to be dealing with them on their own. Like, so my thing is, no one's defending R. Kelly. Nobody's saying, well, they're doing it too. That's like I robbed the store. Oh, they did it too. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the very entities that are involved with the most heinous acts over decades, like the Walt Disney Corporation, if you look up what they've done, what their history is, whether it's racism, whether it's pedophilia, promoting it, look them up. They shouldn't be the ones telling you who's bad out here. So, like, if I did something wrong, I can't go and run to, this guy hit his wife.
I feel like that sounds nice, but that's never going to be the case because no one's ever that perfect.
It's about sound like, but if you...
And it doesn't take away,
but like
whoever tells it is still true. If he's still
Put it like this. If Wendy Williams tells me R. Kelly's bad, right? And I know her husband beats her. I know her husband has children, has babies with other women, and I know this about her husband, then I'm gonna be like, talk about your husband first. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
you want to put on, but you never talk bad about your own. You understand? It's called hypocrisy. So my thing is, R. Kelly did something bad. Most of the cases presented in Lifetime of surviving R. Kelly were women of age that were in a position where they could say yes or no.
I'm talking about the charges now.
Well, it was one 13-year-old girl. I don't know the tape, but my thing is nobody's supporting of that because if it happened to my daughter, he wouldn't be alive. You understand? So my thing is, where are the parents at in this? Yeah. He wouldn't be alive. Like, you can't molest a 13-year-old girl with a father. In the 14-year-old's case, that's his goddaughter, which means her father told him that you're going to be the godfather of my daughter after the tape.
But I'm talking about the cases now.
Yes,
but
only
the charges on.
I'm only discussing the surviving R. Kelly, the tapes.
Oh,
no one knows what's on those tapes yet. That's what Michael Avenatti said, who I also told you already, has been arrested this November for beating a woman. So my thing is, I don't know what was said. That's what he says.
It was enough to indict him, so there's some truth to it. I mean, there's something on the tape.
They didn't indict a lot of people who did shit. But
that's what I'm saying. When you make that argument, you take away from what's happening with him.
I'm not taking away from anything.
If somebody says, that's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like.
But my thing is this: thousands of people, thousands of children across the border, right, were molested. Hundreds are missing. But that's nothing compared to the thousands missing in places like Haiti. But my thing is, those cases are not reported by those same people that are going to be put on television with 8-hour specials on it.
You know why?
Detailing everything. Yeah. My thing is, do both. But nobody's supportive. No one's supportive of R. Kelly. My thing is, look at the lens of why would they put a lens on him so high and just look over all of these other things for all these other years. Nobody's supporting of it, but you can't.
Let me say something real quick, because this is my thing. You got to look at American media politics. They're going to go with the hot story. There's no media company that's going to say, hey, we're exposing a pedophile, and at the same token say, the person who founded our media company was a pedophile also, so nobody's going to do that.
That's not a realistic expectation.
That's not a realistic expectation for them to self-snitch on this.
I'm not.
And the fact that they're hypocrites does not take away from what's been done wrong by R. Kelly.
I just don't think an American media company is going to expose the founder and all the connected, because a lot of people who are powerful are connected to these people. They're not going to snitch on themselves. And it's not fair. I'm not saying it's fair, and I agree with you saying.
I'm not talking about fairness or my expectations of anything. I expect chaos in this world. I expect hypocrisy in this reality. I expect things to go completely fucking wrong. I'm not expecting anything to be good. That's my point. That's why I started my statement by saying this is a world contradiction.
Definitely.
I didn't say this is a world of peace and love and it's fair. What I'm saying is that if that was my daughter, first of all, he would not be the godfather. So if you're going to arrest R. Kelly, forget about everyone else that's in play here. The father who allowed it should be the first one put on charges because he had a responsibility to his daughter first. So my thing is, for me as a father, I'm not looking at R. Kelly as the demon number one here. He might be number two. But if you have a breathing father who plays the bass for R. Kelly and a mother who's quite aware of R. Kelly, they need to be put on front. Now, we could talk about all those other realities as well, which are not talked about enough. I'm just bringing it up because people always look at the one person put up that the media puts out there as the demon, while there are 25,000 demons behind them, right? You have to look at the total picture. Don't be one-sided or have a tunnel vision because that's what they put out to you. Well, they'll never put out the whole story to you, but if you're going to focus on the R. Kelly story by itself, nobody can do that to my daughter unless I allow it to happen.
Well, I think a lot of people have said that they feel like something should, like the parents are at fault also.
Yeah, I've been
like everybody that I've talked to about it, or I've seen about it.
Not also.
No, I'm saying like they're at fault. Like whoever has anything to do with the people who he worked for him, people who know about it, like everybody's at fault. Like nobody is above anything.
Well, my niece had went to my friends and I said a 25-year-old person that she knew had sex with her. And she said rape to my friends. Mm-hmm. They were gonna kill him. She was 15 at the time. The police are not gonna go to you and say, "Well, you raped today," right? That's not how it goes. What happens is your daughter says that to you, or you will become aware of it. Then you go to the police.
Okay.
What we did was he was gonna die that night. You understand?
No,
my point is, as a man, as a father, I will never minimize the how horrible it is to touch anybody who's not ready. Touch anybody that's underage. That's not my thing. I will not. R. Kelly is trash. Period. But he's also trash that was also molested at a very young age as well. Mm-hmm. So that has to be taken into account. I'm not defending him, but the reality is there's a long history of this that goes beyond R. Kelly. And all the Shaquanas and Creishas Kellys and Hollies in trailer parks or Hollies in Beverly fucking Hills who get touched, that's not part of the story though. My thing is that if you go, in the case of my niece, what I said was my friends wanted to go round and do and shoot him in the head twice. That was their motivation. We called her father to the house in Queens. We went, we talked to him because apparently he knows the guy, or he knew of the guy. So what I asked her was, did he hit you? Did he whatever? Basically, long story short, he finessed her, but it wasn't violent. So in my opinion, I said he shouldn't die, but he should go to jail. So I went with her to Special Victims Unit in Brooklyn where he lived. We picked him up, or they picked him up, brought him back to the unit, and we did a trial. He got 3 years. I didn't say, oh, Catholic Church molest people, so you can fucking touch my niece. What I said was that he is one of fucking many, and the punishment should fit the crime always. So my thing is, as an uncle who at the time was the guardian of my niece, I took that position and I followed the statutes based on law. And if the police wouldn't not get involved for whatever reason, he sure as hell wouldn't be allowed today. So my thing is, once you are a parent, as I am to 5, you have to take responsibility, and the law or dictates or lifetime should not mandate you to do anything about it. That tape was from the 90s, but
I mean,
they're getting around to it now. I guess it's never too late. Yeah. But the parents knew about it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah. I'm just saying, I just look at the narrative of American media. Their job is to tell you a story. That's the hot story, and like you said, it's thousands of cases from places like Haiti and other places, but they're never going to cover that.
Because the money.
Yeah, because it's money. It's American media politics. Things like that have to be researched on your own.
What you asking to happen, Joe? You asking corruption to cover corruption.
Yeah.
No. I'm not asking. What I'm saying is when people watch this movie.
I know what you're saying.
Black women, right, look at it one way. White women look at it another way. Black men look at it one way. White men look at it another way. Of course, you see a black man with black young women of various ages, all young though, between 14 and 35 in this case. And it's going to hit their trauma bodies. It's going to make them reflect on what happened to them in their life. It won't do the same psychological damage to a white woman. It doesn't hit them the same way. So that was created, produced, manufactured for the minds of black women, correct? So I understand that, and and I empathize with that trauma body, but understand what what was happening. I get it, but understand the one reason that will never occur like that in that way, any other way, is because it will not strike the same chord. I feel like just like movies like For Color Girls, you just sit in trauma body on black women. Period. There will never be, never has been a movie where 5 different types of white men are seen as 5 different devils. You might have one devil in a movie, but you will never have all the types of men be devils in one fucking movie.
Well, that depends on who controls the narrative.
There will never be. You know why? Because that has that does psychological damage to the person. Not only is it not realistic, but impossible for 5 women that know each other to have those same 5 experiences. You understand?
Yeah, I never seen the movies. I don't know.
Well, it just would be impossible. Period. I mean, but my thing is, it's also when you watch a movie, watch television, understand they're dealing with psychology. They're not just dealing with entertainment. So when I look at it as a psychological experiment. So when I see something like that, I'm like, okay, I get it. Okay, he's a bad dude. But I also look at the world is fucked up, period. And maybe you have to guard as a woman, particularly. It's hard to do that, but guard against the gut instinct to say, you know what, he's horrible, he's bad, and then this summer take a child to Disney. You understand? Like it's kind of a thing we have to try to think like that because
you got to expect everybody to know the type of information that you're talking about also. And a lot of people are not privy to that information.
That's why I'm saying it, because I feel like I would be remiss not to speak about it.
But then in the flip side, some people might hear you say it and be like, I don't care. Because there's some people right now, there's some black women who are like, I support R. Kelly.
Yeah, give him 500.
I'm cool with it. Like they're like, no, he didn't do it. I support him. So that's what I'm saying. Like, everything you're saying makes perfect sense in the perfect world. Yeah, but this world obviously is not perfect, especially with social media and all that shit. Because this shit right here, these phones and Facebook and all that shit sways an opinion so quickly. Because everything you said made perfect sense. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Ain't nobody gonna want to. They're not even gonna listen to what you say. They're gonna be like, nah, he ain't do it because it was this, and he was probably about to buy ABC, so they had to go ahead and put him down because they love to see a black man down.
There was a time, Joe, where this would be dealt with. You know what I'm saying? There was a time. They were burning witches and stuff on the stake.
Yeah, I mean,
there was a time that it would happen, but now
that ain't the time.
I just
for the revolution you seek, I don't know.
I'm not. Go ahead.
I just hate. I don't like to hear. I hear a lot of people make arguments like anytime there's a prominent black figure, usually a black male, that's in trouble with the law, it's always like, oh, this is a plot. This is this, and it may very well be all those things, but if they've committed the crime, then shit.
Yeah,
that's just like yourself in that plot.
Like what Bro be saying, we like he be having free such and such shirts, like
nah, that nigga did it. Fuck that. The man not trying to get him down. He got himself down.
Let me say a whole episode about that.
Yeah.
We had a whole episode.
Like I'm just saying, do I think that drug laws are too harsh? Personally, yes, but you know drug laws before you sell them. So you go to jail for it, you go to jail for it.
And that's why we saying like they be like, oh well, all these people went to jail for weed, they should let them out. Like no, because it was illegal when you did the crime. So you got to finish your time.
No, hold on. But okay, there is a difference between. See, I'm not looking at every black male that's caught up, that's high profile. That means it's a setup. That's simplistic thought. I'm also don't expect in this lifetime. I told you, like I said, I saw a lot of death in my childhood. I saw a lot of bad things happen. I grew up in New York City, Brooklyn, during the crack era.
Gang.
I'm not in dreamland. I'm just talking about the idea that if you look at a show, you look at a movie, understand that is going to be a psychological play on your mind. Just be aware of that, and of course, your emotionality brings energy to it. You get invested into it. I don't have real emotion about any of it because all of it I already am aware is bullshit. But people are either going to be like, R. Kelly's wonderful, he didn't do it, he's a devil. But to me, I'm really like, I don't really expect much. You understand? I don't expect anything like this to happen. I'm having a conversation about the idea that because it's never going to be. The reason is, if you do a podcast, right, it's never going to be spoken of that Lifetime is owned by any of these entities, which look the other way when it comes to them. If you look at what happened just this year in Disney, and how many hundreds of employees were arrested during a pedophiles thing, then it would make more sense to you. But this happened only months ago.
Now I got a question.
Right?
Real quick. Now, would it make a difference if that company was started by an upstanding citizen and then Walt Disney bought them? It wasn't like it was started like that, but Walt Disney bought them, who was then led by a pedophile. Would that make a difference?
Yeah. Well, anybody with a project like this has to green light it. My thing is, if you green light him, right? If I watch something, I'm gonna try to research who promoted it, what their angle is, because like I've been places where I watch the news later and it's a totally different fucking reality. But I was there. And they'll say, oh, there were 300 people there. It was like this happened, that happened. I was there the whole time and none of that shit happened. So I know this shit can be twisted around. Not that R. Kelly is innocent in no way, shape, or form. He should have been dealt with. But my thing is, when, like I said, one mother was raped at 18, those niggas was just dead. I'm not waiting for nobody for justice. I'm not waiting 30 years. Those niggas was dead in a week. You understand? So my thing is, in my reality, from my family and from what I've experienced, if you let that happen to your 14-year-old daughter, you're the fucked up one. Like if somebody comes in and slaps my wife and takes my child and slams him to the floor and I don't do shit, it ain't their fault no more. That's my fault. That's how I see it as a man. So if you have a daughter at that age, the first person I want to see on the chopping block is that parent. Yeah. So particularly the father, who is not some casual acquaintance or a stranger to that man. He played bass in that motherfucking R. Kelly band. So he knows who the fuck it is. He heard about the tape like the rest of the world in 1999. You understand? Mm-hmm. My thing is, we looking at, because it's again, you're talking about psychology. You're talking about them looking at one man, right? Mm-hmm. Not the fucking parents, the mother and the fucking father who's at fault that sold their daughter up the river, which has occurred. So you have to look at it holistically, in my opinion. I'm not expecting anything but the parents to care about children. This story is more about parents caring about children. Too many parents, and R. Kelly won't be the only one, will gleefully sell their daughters or their sons to the industry. Right?
Let me get one thing in, we're never talking about R. Kelly again. He's going on the goddamn wall with Trump and the other shit. Because these shits be going way too long when we get on this conversation, man. And I'm not just talking about just you. Like, we've been on this shit for like a good fucking 10, 15 minutes now. Talking about fucking R. Kelly.
It's not about R. Kelly. It's about, again, as a community, we need to look at it from the perspective of parents. Parents have to care about children. We can talk about this in a variety of different ways.
Yeah.
We can talk about anything where parents think they care. Like somebody told me a long time ago, do you care about yourself? Do you know what's in the food you eat? Do you know the poisons in the food you eat? But yet you will still go out and eat it, right? We really don't care about us, yourself even. My thing is we have to up that. We know it's in fucking vaccine.
Yeah, I read labels now.
We know it's mercury in it. But parents will still send their children to the doctor and get those vaccines because they told you it was good for them. But I don't
told you it's legal. Like you have to.
No.
In jail.
Again, it's just research.
Hey man,
you don't have.
Don't start no other shit.
You don't have to.
And we end up going down another damn rabbit hole.
You don't have to.
You got 2 minutes.
This world's a rabbit hole. This world's a rabbit. My thing is you don't have to. I'm going to a pediatrician an hour and a half away from my house to not necessarily be pressured, but people do this all the time. Like you know what's in it, what's mercury, what's formaldehyde used for, it's in it. But people will pump their children with 25. There's 75 vaccinations now by the time they're 5. So we say we care, But even in those fundamental ways, we don't. You understand? So it's about the children and parents caring about children. You understand? So R. Kelly's just a face. I don't give a fuck about him. I don't know him. He made some good music in the 90s. But that's all he did. So my thing is, this is about parents, and that's all about all. You know what I'm saying? That's about it.
Shit.
Anybody got any happy stories?
Man. I had one. No, I had, which is I ain't got it no more.
Ah, shit.
I lost it.
You lost it? You forgot?
Yeah. I really did. I had some funny shit to talk about. I was like, damn, this shit got too damn deep. Damn it, Joe.
Where'd he go?
What? Did we shout out the people?
I ain't shouting them out right now.
Not after the counts.
Yeah, so they might support our channel.
Hey, you know what I was thinking? I was like, they might be owned by Disney.
Yeah. So we might be in cahoots with them. I
was like, Joe's gonna get us assassadated today.
I gotta take these niggas out.
So,
too much.
So before they become famous,
they're woke.
Well, let's put it like this. I know the show is based out of South Dakota, and I'm like, I don't know how many black people are there, but it's gonna be nationally syndicated. So you about to scare every white person. They're gonna be like, oh shit.
Like, did they just call us devils?
I'm like, no, not yet. Not yet.
Let me say something.
2 hours. Look, 2 episodes from now.
Let me say something. Let me say something.
Oh shit.
Let me say something. Thanks, Sean, for letting me say that.
Your fault, Sean.
Yeah.
Oh, word is my fault?
That's what he said. Thanks, Sean, for letting me say that.
And y'all just gonna sit there and let that. All right, fuck all of y'all.
Alright. All the most revolutionary people, Angela Davis, whoever, professors who are Dr. Ben back in the day, they get turned down by black colleges all the time.
Yeah, of course.
You know why?
Too radical.
For black colleges. But they're always at Ivy League institutions. And Dr. Ben was turned down by Morehouse 14 times. You know why? Because they realized that you can't learn anything unless you are dealing with opposites. So people are too afraid to be challenged. We think so.
Yeah.
We think it's controversial. But they know what the fuck it is. That's why I said they look at it differently. That shit was made and tailored for a certain audience.
Very
you
true.
understand? So my thing is, it would be surprising to most to say that they're probably more enraptured. Like I said, I took the movie Hidden Colors, right, to TSA JFK break room, right, and it was one long table, blacks and whites, but mostly black people, Hispanic people, right. So imagine it's one long lunch table.
Mm-hmm.
The TV's at the front. So I just left it on because I saw a semblance of people were afraid to step on certain toes and they didn't want to hear any certain information. So what I realized, I had it on for 2 hours. I put it in the DVD. I put it in the DVD player and left. Came back several times in the next 2 hours. What I observed was 2 white boys was eating like this. Wouldn't even put their head down. All of the black people were towards the back of the room, not looking at it at all.
Yeah.
Even when I put on the Bob Marley shit, they was tensed up. So my thing is, you think they don't know, but they know. They probably study us more than we study ourselves. So South Dakota might get more. He might get more views with them than with Brooklyn.
Shout out South Dakota.
Shout out to y'all, yo. Shout out to.
Ain't that where Kanye fucking?
I think that's.
He was in Wyoming.
Oh, I don't know.
You gonna say same thing? Yeah, I see it as same thing.
Same thing.
So,
I didn't say it. It was everyone else.
I was gonna talk about this real quick before we left. Your boy, I guess 6ix9ine, still out here. They talking about he's doing plea deals and shit.
Yeah, Snitch 9.
Yeah,
of course.
You know,
That's what they do now. That's part of the game. When you get into crime,
you don't do the time.
Everybody knows. everybody knows, like, listen, we're gonna get this money, we're gonna get this bread, everybody good. Everybody is happy with that part. But nobody ever, like, they try to, you ain't supposed to snitch. No, niggas is gonna snitch. Like, it's gonna
Snitches
fucking
get riches.
happen.
Yeah, you don't want to go to jail, you know?
You ain't never see a motherfucker like, yeah, I just sell mad coke. Nah, I'm super rich. Well, rappers, some of them.
Yeah.
But now it's like, yeah, I didn't even make a lot of money. I made enough. And then they just started snitching on me because they was getting their share,
So this is the one thing I look at it too. When I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all think he shouldn't snitch after the fact that they was like, yo, nigga, we was gonna violate you and shit. We run triz on your baby moms and shit. We about to kill your family. I feel like once that happens, like, you know what? I feel like I should snitch now.
No.
They said they had that. But they had that video of that shit before he snitched.
Before they even arrested him.
Yeah. They had all that before they arrested him.
But he's snitching for survival. It's not I got y'all.
You're right.
I got y'all back. No, he's snitching for survival because he's not built for prison.
No, he's not.
But here's
You
the
got
thing.
fucking rainbow colored hair and you weigh like 98 pounds. You're gonna get fucked.
You gonna get hit with this.
Here's the thing, though. A lot of guys is looking at it like you hanging around people. Let's be honest. That's to say the least is not upstanding citizens. So I mean, so when they do some shit saying they gonna violate you and kill you, you already knew these niggas was about that life. They were savages. So now you want to snitch on them?
But yet you use
I
those
saw a
people
documentary.
to get to a position where you're getting bread now. So you're in it.
Right.
Because he can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot
That's
out
what I'm
the
saying.
game.
So he can't be hollering that gang shit and he hanging around some valedictorians at every college. Like,
Well, apparently before he started rapping, he was like your typical suburban, like.
right. So he
that
got to
wasn't
hang
a
around
hood nigga
savages.
at all.
He got to hang
He
around
wasn't
savages
about that
and
life.
put on that persona of being Tekashi. He can't put on that
Persona.
persona.
That's not his real life. So you made a choice. Like, I'm gonna hang around these goons. That's not really my people.
And
That's
they
not his people.
So he basically
and the goons is looking at him like he eating. We know he's soft. We know what he really bad. We finna get him. Like that's how they looking at him. He looking
No,
like
I'm
Really
not
what
mad
you're
at them.
saying.
no,
What
I'm not.
hearing
I'm
is,
giving a whole picture view of it. Like
This
they
is
looking at
like-
him like he a snack.
This is the cause for cultural appropriation. Is that
He,
what
look,
we're
he
saying?
definitely look like snack.
I'm
Now,
just trying to understand. Are you trying to tell me?
You gotta
Look like
These
a hot
non-upstanding
tamale.
citizens was like, yeah, we gonna get this nigga. You
like
think he good? We about to show this nigga
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
Like,
So these
shit.
not so upstanding
He jumped-
citizens.
I feel like he
Shit.
jumped in the game.
You gotta know the whole culture before you appropriate.
You gonna get the good with the bad. And he wanted just the good and not the bad here. No, I don't want part of the bad. No, you gotta take that bad. So he's snitching. It's not because he's like, all right, well, let me go ahead and snitch because like, no, nigga, you fucking up. So they have the right like to do whatever they want. I don't care if they threaten him or all that shit. You was gang.
Yo, it's like if you like do a deal with the devil, right? You can get all the benefits, do a deal with the devil, but like when the devil's ready to get your shit, you gonna get his shit. That's what's
I know what he should
Now you want to pray now. You want
I feel
to
like-
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like I obviously didn't become a hood nigga, but I knew some hood niggas
You
grew up
was
in the
slapping
hood. You know what I'm
motherfuckers
saying?
though.
Why you gotta live in the
Nah,
past?
fuck that, yo. We gonna bring that shit up.
Why you
You
gotta
know,
live in
yo,
the
I know
past?
Joe smacking ass and that
And
shit.
even when I slapped niggas, I wasn't hood about the situation
Yo,
per se.
Okay.
Koofy
Wait,
slap.
no, you wasn't out here like I had to accost you for a reason. Stop it.
You like fuck nigga.
Oh, fuck, boy.
Fuck ass nigga.
Moving forward.
Suck my
Moving
dick. You like, wait
forward.
up, you don't have one.
You hang around Monique.
I can't stand y'all.
Oh.
That's a lie.
What you say when you said
Which one?
Exactly.
Give me one example.
Thank you. No,
I
exactly.
don't think I've only slapped a guy one
And
time.
what'd you say with that slap?
I think I said bitch.
Oh.
How you say bitch though?
You gotta say bitch. You slap
Yeah,
you
it
said-
was basically
look,
like that.
she didn't say-
Yeah, it was like that.
Shut up, bitch. He was like, bitch. Bitch.
What's that?
No, I said bitch. I said the whole word.
Yeah,
I, didn't say
B.
bitch. I don't like bitch.
Okay.
Bitch. I
B.
can't.
My bad.
Beat. That's what he said. Beat.
Y'all always. Anywho, what I was saying was, in my personal opinion, I feel like if he was a real hood nigga, if he was really about that life, I don't think that he would have been that open with his guard down. Like, from what I understand, you gotta watch even your day one niggas when you coming up. So
Yeah.
I feel like if he was really a hood nigga, he shouldn't have even had himself in that situation. But if he did find himself in that situation, a real hood nigga would have found a way to take their asses out, like
Oh,
without
listen.
the law. So
Oh,
I was
what
gonna
you got something to say? Shit.
I was gonna say that myself, bro.
I mean,
I probably listen.
So I feel like
Come in. Wet up everybody.
You knew the rules to the game.
How'd it go sound? Do it
And he decided to not go
Never do that again.
This what Tekashi should have did. This what Tekashi should have did. You ever seen that movie In Too Deep?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
when
my
they
shit.
was riding, that motherfucker missed the dude on purpose.
Yeah,
that's what
bro.
he did.
That's
like,
my
this
shit.
way, I don't look like a bitch, but
Yeah,
this way, I ain't
bro.
really about there killing a motherfucker like
Listen.
too. That's what he should
I
have did.
fucking love that movie.
He
though.
Like nigga, let's go on the drive-by and just miss everybody just on
He
purpose.
volunteered.
Like damn, nigga, you can't shoot
He
for
did.
shit. But at least
He
you ain't
did.
no bitch.
He
When
volunteered
the
for
war
the
happened,
Sniper
he want to
Cloud.
quit. Like, nah, nigga,
Yeah.
you with the shits, you gonna be with the shits.
Like
You know?
even when I saw him, he was like, you know, I respect. First of all, he was like, I respect what Snoop Dogg is saying. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for him and whoever else was talking shit about him. He mentioned that he's like, but man, this my family, man. I gotta make sure that I'm alive to take care of my family, man. I was like,
I heard that from Taxstone. Taxstone's like, once you in the cell with a nigga, and he start talking that, man, I just had a kid and my girl, he about to snitch. Right? Soon as like, he start rubbing his head and he like, oh, son, it's some bullshit, son. Like, fuck that, son. Like, man, my kid, I just had a kid,
No, those are
man.
facts.
And
Yeah.
my girl, I'm gonna tell my girl, oh, man,
Yo, my mom's
scared
out
to
here.
get ready.
Yo,
You better
she
stand
worried
before
about
him.
it,
This
man.
motherfucker gotta leave the country. That's how he
Yeah,
does.
like,
first of all, he better be glad that they not as
All they gonna
organized
do
as people as like MS-13.
Oh no, he is gonna have to go on witness protection.
Because them motherfuckers, they find Joe.
How?
In
They
witness
said they gonna have to
protection.
put him on it.
Yeah, he said he
They
was
got
gonna.
the laser off
I mean,
his-
obviously
Yeah,
they're
You
gonna
have
have to like get rid of his
869s
tattoos
on you.
Yeah, they got a lot to do with him.
Oh, they gonna get him right.
He gonna have to go into all kinds of surgery.
I'm like, is out of that? Oh, he about to sing his favorite hit. Come on. I mean, go
That
on.
nigga is about to
I mean,
He
fucking
about to become a
go to the middle of the country and make music on the fucking internet.
That nigga he finna start
He
doing
gonna
that
change
EMD
his
shit.
name.
I'm about to
like
say, like,
Pitbull,
even in witness
reggaeton.
protection, how much
His name gonna be
are you really gonna be able to make
Tekashi
the amount of money
96.
that you were
And these little
making?
niggas gonna fall for
And
it.
How about this?
He going to Dakota.
No shows.
He about to sing this shit right
You
here,
can't.
bro.
No.
You can't.
Shit, don't do
He
it.
gonna have to
He
go
look-
hologram, dog.
He about
play
to
it.
look. He about to sing this
But-
shit right quick if
Y'all
he's still in
ignorant
jail.
as hell.
What? What's that, Gus?
Y'all ignorant, dog.
So you playing the gay version of Tekashi.
That's about to be Tekashi, dog. They gonna be in there singing that come on.
Y'all wildin', dog.
Still bleed 10 times in 2.
Hey, so
It's either he snitched or that's what's going to look.
I think
It's
that's
either
That's
that-
what I'm saying. Like,
Exactly. He ain't got no choice.
Like,
He ain't got no choice, dog.
niggas not big.
That's why I'm not
never
mad at
built
him.
for it.
No. Yeah.
As he found out all the fuck shit that was he when they did the first fuck shit to him and he accepted it, it's like, yeah, we're gonna fuck his baby mom now. Let's see how.
So that is hella disrespectful.
I remember taking a YouTube screenshot. It was like prison getting iffy, so we're getting slippy, I can't get a grippy, Cellmate got the stiffy, feeling rippy, butthole looking jizzy, blood's gonna give me, should have been a grippy, Come gang. Like, yo, I had to take a screenshot of that shit.
you know what he gonna be like? You know what's gonna happen? He gonna be in that jail cell
Okay,
like,
dog.
God, like, what your name? Tekashi 6'9"?
Oh, here we go.
You gonna be doing that.
My name is
69.
Tekashi Inch9. Like, God.
You said you want the stiffy? I got the stiffy with the blicky and it's gonna get real drippy. You like, what the
Like,
fuck?
What's happening? What
don't
the
know.
fuck is happening?
Have y'all not seen that shit? Haha,
You see
David.
that?
Ha Davis.
Nah.
What, you've never seen those? Oh, wow.
Oh, he be in jail. You gotta watch the Ha.
That shit funny as fuck. You like, toot that ass up. Guard. You wanna play basketball? You about to play with my balls. He's like, what has gotten into?
Like, this is beyond me.
I'm gonna show it to you when
Yeah, Tekashi.
But that's gonna be Tekashi.
Yeah,
Like, guard. Guard. They gonna be like, nah, nigga, you about to catch the
Did you
ride.
ever see that animated shit where they talked about Tekashi?
Yes, like, honestly, I feel bad for Tekashi, man. A little bit, like 1%. No, 1%. Because I don't want to see nobody go to jail when he was trying to make a living. Because I don't think he really truly, he wasn't about that shit.
No.
But I don't feel bad about him because you participate in that shit. Like when I was running the streets and I was doing hood shit, I knew that at some point in time in life, if I get caught, I'm going to go to jail. So when I did whatever hood shit I did, whether it was selling drugs, ready to rob motherfuckers or do anything, I knew that I was going to go to jail. When I was running around in stolen cars and shit in New Jersey, I knew I was going to go to jail. So it was like, ain't nothing I could do.
You gotta get out when you can.
So my biggest thing was, my grandmother always told me, you go to jail, I'm not getting you. You staying in jail. And the motherfucking punks gonna get a hold of you, and that's a wrap. And I was like, I'm pretty sure there's more to jail than punks getting a hold of me, but okay, that's what's up. That made me not want to do shit anymore. So
what made me not want to go to prison was watching American Me. I saw them, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to prison.
Well, maybe not want to go to prison
Fuck
with
that.
watching Oz and Adabisi.
Bro, Adabisi was out of fucking control.
That's what
dog.
made me not want to go to prison.
HBO saved my fucking life.
That is your worst nightmare in prison.
And La Onda,
yo,
Blood In, Blood
It
Out.
was psychological.
yo,
Yeah.
Fuck that.
shout out to the dude, your boy, Donnell
I
Rollins, right?
promise you, that's
Donnell Rollins was talking about the shit on Joe Rogan's podcast. He was talking about, like, it got to the point, you could tell when they was pretty much done with the episode, he was like, yo, niggas was just getting raped for no reason. He like, son,
Bro, when he
like,
caught
son, I
the
don't-
dude in
I'm
the
not even
damn
part of the
cafeteria and I was like, oh no.
Yo, this was funny too. I just noticed and just remembered the dude from Law and Order SVU that
Yep.
played Stabler.
Yep.
They're like, yo, that nigga got raped. He's like,
He
I can't.
did.
He's like, Donnell Rollins.
He went in there with the glasses.
He's like, I can't
That
take
been
you
from
serious,
fraud or
Zach.
something.
He's like, yo, you out here you got raped, Zach. I can't take you serious. You out here now getting sex offenders.
Yeah, Oz was out of control.
Then they had the racist white dude who was the guy off the.
Might want to change your name,
the
bro.
weed.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Fucking that us.
Fucking people up too.
I'm already
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't need to watch
wow.
those. I didn't even like being grounded as a child, so I know my ass ain't gonna survive in nobody's cell.
No.
It's a no, dog. Straight on
HBO
that.
saved my
I
fucking
already
life.
told my friends, listen, if we get caught, I ain't telling, but damn it, I'm fucking the highest guard I can find. Because if I gotta be in there, I'm gonna
Nigga,
live comfortable.
I told my
Goddamn it,
I'm
I'm
telling you.
throwing ass.
I
Goddamn it. All over the place.
running to jail. and shit.
Listen, I'm gonna do it. If I'm
Like
in
scars
there,
all over her face
if I'm
and
in there, I'm gonna have to be in there for life because I'm killing bitches. I'm fucking guards. Like I'm just gonna be king, queen pin. Like
Wait a second. Yo,
I'm
wait, wait.
Both?
all of it. I'm doing all of it. I'm gonna commit
day?
100%. I'm gonna commit 100%.
What, the
Ain't
first
nobody
day?
coming at me like
So
that.
it
I
ain't
can't
orange
be
is the new
nobody's
black.
bitch.
Black is the new black, huh?
Yeah, I can't be nobody's bitch. I'm gonna have to commit all the way. So I just can't.
Guards
go.
gonna come in there like, so I heard on the UNFAMOUS podcast.
Listen, and I'm about to throw that
Guards.
ass back like a
Guards.
fucking champion too.
She gonna have 4K TV in her cell.
Okay, King
Yeah, she have a buffet table in her cell.
You goddamn right. I'm gonna have bitches running coke for me in the jail. All kinds of shit. I don't care.
Kia went to jail on like a
thing.
traffic infraction.
Listen.
Now she going to jail for life because
For life, because I'm gonna have to kill somebody. Like you not know.
30 days.
You know?
Look, she ain't got 30 days. Like, you ain't have to spend like hours.
And the police gonna be like, "Oh man, you were jaywalking. That's 3 years in prison. We heard your podcast too. Yeah, we gonna lock you up for jaywalking." Like, ain't that
You
just
gonna be
fine?
fucking fire arrest you. Saying we're
I'm
making the
just
prison
saying.
system gonna be a holding.
Listen, people say what they want to, but there is power in
He gonna be like, oh,
Goddamn,
yeah,
I'll be doing it if I have to.
He gonna be like, yeah, it wasn't really jaywalking. So, yeah.
I got morals
Nice.
in
Jaywalking.
regular
She's gonna be a
situations,
booking.
but in jail those things change. In prison those
Yeah, I
things
heard.
change.
I heard about
Before
you.
we put your name in this computer.
Listen, and I ain't never gonna get caught doing nothing either.
He's like, yeah, so,
Never gonna be the
Fuck
one.
that, I'm not going to prison.
Yeah,
If
I
I'm
can't
going.
mind if I get some
That's
ass
why I can't
done?
go. I can't
Like,
go.
what the fuck?
I
We
can't
all
go.
going. Like, listen, man.
I can't go.
Come on, y'all. Let's go. Get in the car.
Snitch, snitch, snitch.
You goddamn right. That's why I don't do crime now.
Can't look.
I'm not.
What I was gonna say,
Can't
when
do
you
the
was talking
time.
about,
Can't do the time.
what you was talking about, this is the thing that amazed me. I'd have been around a lot of young street niggas, and they really, actually in their mind, believe they can do all the shit they do, and,
And
no
not go to
consequences.
jail.
Yeah.
Like, they really in their mind, they be like, oh, I can go out and
Yeah.
shoot motherfuckers. Oh, I got caught. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah, they
Oh,
really.
come on, man.
You know why though? Because
Yeah.
then you got somebody over there. Nah, free my cousin and them, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, bruh. You feed my cousin.
See, I have less
Free my
respect
cousin.
for today's quote unquote gangsters versus old school gangsters, because I feel like back then they was like, okay, I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know this mean I'm either going to end up in jail or dead, but shit, I'm out here. And I can respect that because you out here all the way. You understand the consequences. You know what I'm saying? But that in between shit, I can't rock with that. Like,
and then these new age gangsters, they so on social media snitching on themselves that they get caught and be like,
they've been sitting here with like guns. I just feel like in a YouTube stream or something.
That's what they do. Hey, bruh, anybody trying to get this loud, inbox me.
Yeah. Yes.
Real life.
Yes.
Like, bro, I got the monitor and jiggers.
Real life.
Man, nah, bro, niggas snitching on me, motherfuckers hating. You just put up
you're
a status
snitching.
saying if you want this loud,
you're snitching.
You don't think
get at me.
Listen,
you don't think cops watching?
My high school sweetheart, he was in trouble. But
God.
I used to be like, he was never on social media, period. Like, never had Facebook, didn't even have none of that. Like, he did not move that way at all. That's number one. But I used to tell his ass, listen, when you in my car, leave all that illegal shit at the house or wherever the fuck you about to be at afterwards.
You
because
never hide the gun in your hand.
No, and I flat out told him, if you go to jail, it's a wrap. I'm not writing you no letters. I'm not putting no money on no books. And if I get pulled over and there's some shit in my car, nigga, I'm telling every fucking thing. I'm not a ride or die chick. Leave that shit outside my motherfucking car.
I can respect that though.
Ready to go down.
I'm not that woman. I'm not her.
My old lady, I'll hold the burner.
They can ask me what's his birthday, and bitch, I'm telling.
Put in that position.
Real talk.
Oh, baby, put this in your pussy. Like,
you know what? Another thing about these young niggas, not only do they think it ain't no consequences, they think when they so-called advertise shit, like, I got these jiggers or these mollies and it's loud, like, the police don't know street lingo too. Like, they act like only niggas know that shit.
So you said you have the jiggers?
Yeah.
Come on.
Jigger was the definition.
Yeah.
Right? What's that show?
Gangland.
They got a whole specialized unit that
Wow. It's called Narco.
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. That should be like.
They be like, yeah, me and my boys used to hit a lick to rob someone.
Right. Like, me and my boys be smoking that loud, extremely coated marijuana. Like.
You got the part of speech of that shit too.
You might as well just say what you
got the antonym.
Yeah, bro.
You might as well say what you doing.
I got 4 ounces of lean, a concoction.
I mean, at this point, you got to speak in an old Gaelic language to get away with that shit. Like, come on.
Speaking Gaelic. Exactly. Layman's terms.
Yeah. That shit crazy.
I would have died though. Everybody, all the big homies, Tekashi 6ix9ine, like, was telling him to cut that shit out.
Telling him.
And he did not listen to them. Fat Joe and others included.
He had a chance.
Because he told him, like, when you getting big and they watching you, that's what they do. That's what he told him.
The hip hop police has been around. Like, niggas act like the hip hop police don't fucking. They here.
Why you think
FCIAA, all kind of shit. You think all these rappers come in time?
Why you think they got 21 Savage? They was like, yo,
come on,
watching this motherfucker.
That's the only job.
Exactly.
So I keep my
They know who the real rappers are and who the fucking local niggas performing at McDonald's in the fucking playthings. Like, not worried about you.
I got my new single called, I ain't no bitch ass nigga.
He be like performing live in East Lamar. They be like, nigga, that shit been shut down for 10 years.
I ain't no bitch ass
They be like
nigga.
that.
I ain't. Kids in there be like, yo, those some weak ass bars, son. This is trash.
Who was that DJ? Was that Ebro or whatever?
This address.
Like, boo.
That's the name of your song title.
You know what's funny? Like, while they doing the live shit with all these guns and shit, somebody's like, oh, he got guns. Let me report this to the police.
Did y'all hear about Kanye's artist that just got arrested for, like, accidentally killing his friend and then staging it and all kinds of... Y'all heard about
Oh, why
Really? Yeah, I seen that. YMW Yelly.
Darren, come and tell me.
Wait. We ain't got enough time.
Why at the same time?
Yeah, we ain't got enough time, though.
Darren, say it real quick. Just say it real quick.
So, shout out to my aunt. She was the judge that kind of put him back.
Oh, okay.
She didn't post his bail or anything like that. So that was in South Florida. So shout out to South Florida being
Florida niggas, dog.
savage.
Yeah. Well, I saw an interview that he did, and I was like,
yeah, he wild.
Oh, this baby need intensive counseling. Like, he need to be possibly in a facility.
But he got a song.
I got murder on my mind. Yeah. Where he talks about accidentally shooting a friend, now his body on the ground. Like, I was like, but in the interview
OJ
he was
did
like,
the same shit.
the first time he held a gun, he was 9. He was like, I just love guns. I just feel so powerful. Blah. Like it was just a lot. Like he was like, I fantasize about shooting people. Like there's something that
he's demented.
Went wrong as a child with him.
Let me say it one more time. He's a pussy.
Oh, Florida,
because if you feel powerful with a gun,
and he may be a sociopath.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Because you take that gun away from him, he ain't got no more power. He
gonna
ain't got no
gun.
fucking hands.
Well,
because he's pussy.
I think he's a sociopath.
Wait a second.
Sociopath. He probably a full-on psychopath.
You skip sociopath. How about this?
Yeah,
Let's go back to an old school. Like, you smell that? I smell pussy. Because he sounds like a pussy.
When I saw the interview, he struck me as the type that would think of a way to kill his cellmate without a gun. Like he not just a regular. I like to shoot. Yeah, like it's something.
Well, skipped over
like Jeffrey Dahmer up there. Like
speaking of that, I'm about to watch that when we get home. The Jeffrey Dahmer.
My friend Dahmer.
But
was that on Netflix?
Yeah.
But I think
a Dahmer documentary.
Yeah, I think we
I want to see that.
I think we're done. I think we talked about a good bit. I mean,
I'm good. Rape, murder,
abruptly, but rape, murder, all types of
violence.
I can't wait till you figure out what the fuck to name this shit.
Robbery, extortion, and all types of fuckery.
Fuck up! It's all you niggas in here, and I ain't the only one.
But you know the sad part is you're better at it.
You got the good catch lines, dog.
You are.
Just say something, bro.
Yeah, whatever.
Say anything.
Shout out to everybody that's been listening. Shut up.
I think that's pretty inclusive. Like hip to sticky cross.
I agree.
Shout out 5605.
Yeah, thank you. Shout them out.
It should be saving Ryan's progress.
Y'all said it first.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. We don't expect Joe to say that shit. That's the whole point.
What's the one you said? You said
he said that.
Which one you said?
Don't worry about what I said.
I remember it.
Apocalypse.
Now?
Yeah, that's it.
Full Metal Jack Off.
Don't start it.
Bro, we're not doing it again. We're not doing it again.
All right. Probably to the Caribbean.
Skeeters. You know what the sad part? I was about to say something, but I was going to say that was going to be in bad taste because instead of predator,
Captain Jack Swallow.
Instead of saying predator, I was going to say sexual predator.
Oh man, you're wow.
That would have been bad.
That would have been a bad taste.
That would have been a bad taste.
All the other shit you say.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's cheap.
That's just cheap. Starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Exactly, man. All right, but it was your boy Sean, Mr. NJ Brick City.
This is Jive from Up in the Sky.
Just keep.
Oh. One thing.
Oh, this guy.
This nigga here. Bruh, you ain't even got 2 minutes, bro. You got 2 seconds. What's up?
Shout out to Tony Harris. She's a female football player. Got her first full scholarship
that's what's up.
to a school. What impressed me about the story was 2 years prior, she diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
Yeah, I heard that.
Lost half her body weight. Came back from that and became a cornerback on a men's junior college team. Got a 4-year scholarship to a 4-year college. I guess to finish out. That's really impressive. She works really hard. She's inspirational to many. I just want to shout her out, put her out there. But Joe Cool.
First 48.
Yeah, Slimmons.
Winston.
Okay, guys.
Yo, that was the Unfamous Podcast. Well, I'll let you guys later, alright?
Yeah.
Peace. Yeah. Bro, I hate you so much.
I had to do some shit.